kick off the action tonight with the entrance of Robert Forgues. Mickey, his last fight was actually summer of 2025 against you at the Canton AMMA Fest. So you know all about going in the cage against him.
Oh, absolutely. He decided to do a two-handed axe fight against me. This time he's doing sword and shield, so we'll see how he does this time. You know, it's a different game entirely. And he's been training for that entire time, so
he said that fight gave him a taste for blood, and he's been out for blood ever since.
Blood had to put the taste of blood in his mouth.
Yeah, right? Can't ever argue with that. You got a hankering from it there now. You just want to keep doing it.
This crowd is hot here in the Sunny Days Arena. We are sold out from the floor all the way to the ceiling. There are bodies.
Fighter number 2 from Lexington.
If any potential steel mill sponsors want to listen to this, there's an opportunity right there. And let's meet his opponent.
There you go.
It is the big bad Dylan Snowman Harring. Dylan Harring with one exhibition fight under his belt. He'll step in and have an exhibition fight tonight against Robert Forgues. This guy is a huge piece of man that is very, very hard to move around, and it's almost hard to find opponents for him in his own weight class. And there, you look across here as you see him step into the cage, you see the tail of the tape on screen. His opponent, Robert Forgues, is no small dude, but there's still a 68-pound difference.
That also comes to be a problem sometimes, just being a little bit heavier in the ring, getting back up with an extra 60 pounds.
Fighters to the center of the ring. To reintroduce the fighters, wearing the white and red Crusader tabard. From Ohio, it's Robert Forgues. And his opponent wearing the green and blue tabard. From Kentucky, it's Dylan Harring. And our referee for the first half of this evening is Sean Fabian. The fighters have agreed to 3 1-minute rounds. If you're taken to the ground, you'll be stood up after 10 seconds. No illegal strikes. Defend yourselves at all times and obey the referee at all times. Fighters, do you agree to these terms? Then touch tips and back to your corner.
They are not small fellas. They are ready to go.
Round number 1. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And who's ready to kick this action off? Then start fight.
All right, we are underway. And they are clashing immediately, not waiting, no feeling out process, just going right with the offense.
Yep, might as well. They're arming swords. They're light and quick. All right.
And you see Harring with immediate pressure against Forgues up against the cage wall.
Work the cage, works the cage.
And with that much pressure,
yeah.
You know, a lot of times you see that when it's downward pressure when they're on the ground, but with this much presence of a human being, that horizontal or sideways pressure rather is so important. You see he's able to score all these shield punches in the process.
Yeah, and at a certain point,
there's a takedown. Big takedown in the waning seconds of the first round, and now punch after punch. He is bringing the assault to him.
And you get 10 seconds on the ground in these exhibition fights. Dylan did a good job of containing Rob, though.
Yeah, he did.
It did look like Rob actually instigated that throw. He was going for some sort of Haragoshi, Taitoshi, and just kind of tripped up, and then Dylan just hucked him to the ground.
Well, Dylan had him pinned against the fence, and as soon as he just took the step, throw him,
it was done.
There we go again.
10 seconds.
Immediate running attack by Dylan. Forgues, to his credit, still applying pressure in return, not relenting.
And stop fight. Fighters to
that'll close out the first round. So, first round in the books. Exhibition fights in AMMA are 3 60-second rounds with 60-second rests in between each round. I thought we saw A lot of action there to start off the night, Mickey, especially from Dylan.
Yeah, I mean, when I first hit up these guys, they're like, we're starting the show. I'm like, yeah, set the tone, boys. That's what it is. This is what I want.
Yeah, and you can see here on the replay, right out of the gate, Dylan finds that opening, and this sort of cage positioning is so important in this sport, and you can even see Robert's sword stuck inside the cage. So it's not just that you have the body contact, it's that you neutralize the weapon, right, Paul?
Yeah, sometimes you just have to get it pinned. You have to get it in a position where you don't allow them to get any strikes. You can't let them get their other arm free because they don't want to lose the sword. And it opens up for big opportunities that you can take. He was kind of fighting against the rail and keeping the pressure off of him a little bit, but then he just put all his weight and pressed him in.
And those knees, too. I mean, looking at the wagers right now on our Armored MMA app. Download it, and you can bet on who's going to win. You can unlock prizes.
Yeah.
But everybody's kind of leaning towards Dylan Harring after that first round.
And rightfully so, but let's not take anything away from Robert Forgues. That was just one round.
Yep.
And we could see a whole other turnaround here.
Round number 2. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And who's ready for the second round? Then start fight.
All right, round 2 action underway. Little bit slower start to this round versus the first, but now they're right at him.
Told him to come get him. He didn't.
One of the things that... And you'll see go for the takedown attempt.
He might
He's in a
reverse it
bad
around.
way. Hasn't gone down yet. Oh, that is nearly 300 pounds plus another 100 pounds of armor that fell directly on top of Robert Forgues. Like you said, the whole cage shook.
The whole cage shook. It was great. And there's the 10 seconds count, and they get him back up.
So what we were saying, it was 270 plus, 100 pounds of armor.
Yeah, right?
Jeez. The bigger they are, the more armor they got on, too.
Yeah.
So
harder they fall, too.
Yeah.
Thus far, Dylan is playing the exact game he wanted to coming in. He said, I know he's going to try and stay away from me, and I want to get up in his face. And what's funny is he was right, because Robert, on the other hand, told me, I want to use the strength of my reach that I have to use more of my weaponry versus trying to be face-to-face as much. And there you see
30 seconds.
A helmet clash right as they resume action.
Leads out with that left arm punch on the shield and just giving him the goods. It's always a fun time.
Looking for a good toss there.
Yeah.
Robert trying to turn around.
I dragged him.
Go for Robert right there. He's got a couple rounds there.
Yeah, and that, you see Dylan's on his knees, but that is not a takedown. He willingly went to his knees. But that does not mean he's in the right position here. Forgues with a better sort of offensive attack strategy right now.
He really needed to center up his weight and put it on his shoulders and get him
5 seconds
all the
remaining in
way.
this round, fighters.
But that's okay. They got another go at it. Yep. Chop, chop.
Knees now to the
And
midsection.
stop fight, fighters to your corners. Get ready to rest them out for their final round.
All right, another action-packed round here between the two big men.
I'm curious about gas tank at this point, right? Being in your face like that long, not even grinding. They're not taking their time. They're pressuring the throw. They got to be gassing out.
Yeah, and there you see that big charging takedown there that we saw earlier in the round. And what Dylan is doing so well is once he's got his opponent down, he continues the offensive attack, which is just adding point after point after point.
And Robert not being able to get him all the way down to the ground so he could just start laying blows into him kind of sucks at this point in time. He really should have just pulled him a little bit further, but he had his back on the rail and he was ready to keep going.
30 seconds.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping he'd actually circle out a little bit, maybe pressure his face into the wall, because we get to hit him in the back of the head.
Yeah, right.
Sport, so.
And when a big man puts it to you, a big man puts it to you. There's no way around that.
Yeah, certainly. As a small guy in the sport, 185, and I'm a small guy in the sport.
Harring's got 100 pounds on you.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
It's pretty wild.
We fought each other.
Round number 3. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And who's ready for the final round? Then start fight.
All right, third and final round, 60 seconds to glory.
I was like, maybe are they going to feel each other out, fight with the swords a little bit? No.
They're going to put a hole in the wall.
Yeah. Go through the fence, please.
Yeah, honestly, with how much weight these two guys add up to, that could happen.
That was the
a big takedown. That was rough on the ankle, the way he came down. I hope he's okay from that.
That was a big man balancing on one foot.
Neither guy right now has really much of a strong
They're probably
position.
going to stand him up.
Yeah, stand him up.
Yeah. It's got active means actually doing damage.
They got to do stuff.
And this is where I'm hoping Robert's okay, because that was a tough and awkward fall that he took.
Yeah, it was a hip toss, and he stepped across, and it almost turned into Soto, and then they just fell, and that's never a good sign.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's okay. All right, we'll resume here. And Dylan with no rest whatsoever. He keeps using these just almost unstoppable charging attacks to gain the offensive position.
Dylan needs to step to the side and like roll out with him and get to the middle of the ring again. Because if he's just going to keep going against the rail, there's that
good use of a headlock with the sword to be able to bring the opponent down. And there's just punch after punch.
Yep.
Now
stop fight, fighters to your corners. We'll go to the judges and get you a winner.
And the fight comes to a conclusion.
It was a good fight, very tough.
Huge showing for Dylan the Snowman Harring.
Huge showing. Good.
Yeah, he led with his head a lot.
Yeah.
During these throws, that sucks right there. It looked like somebody rolled an ankle. You got to kind of stretch their legs out apart a little bit. I'd like to see Dylan, next time he comes back in, work on separating their feet a little bit more. Robert had a good base. That's why they kept falling together. This one, it's just a grind, though, man.
Yeah. Well, once he's got head control and he just gets him across his hip, it's just making the body go with it kind of thing.
Let's see our winner.
After 3 rounds, your winner is Dylan!
As expected, Dylan Harring is your winner.
Big
Huge
man
congratulations. And what a way to open the show. Let's take it up to Mickey in the cage for the post-fight interview.
All right, how about that? Pittsburgh! Great start, my man. All right, we're here with Dylan. How you feeling, buddy?
I feel great.
How are your ribs feeling after all that? Like, you guys were falling on each other left and right.
I don't feel nothing.
All right, my man, I heard a lot about your strategy over there. And then I saw what the strategy was over here. Looked like your head did a lot of the talking as you went in. Was that your plan?
It worked. Played to my advantages.
That's fair. And being the bigger guy, right? Are you ever worried about like them being a little bit faster than you, or do you just shut it down with your size?
Can't be faster against the rail.
You put him against the wall, that may have slowed him down. I get that. Now, you did your first armored MMA fight not too long ago, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How does it feel to just be invited back? What are your goals here with armored MMA with us, man?
I plan to make this somewhat consistent. At least a few times every quarter.
And who would you might want to take on next? Right now, he's been doing exhibition fights for us. Time to move up to that pro level maybe here soon, right? Who do you want to take on?
I want to redo with Jeb.
All right, you guys don't know Jeb. Jeb's from Milwaukee, right? Yeah, and they fought each other last time in an exhibition. You're hungry, right, my man?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ended up having the flu that time, so this time it'll be a whole lot different.
We got anything else to say to fans at home? Anybody like that?
Nah. If you want to get into it, get into it. It's one hell of a fun sport.
Well, there you go, guys. Get into the sport. Thank you so much. Round of applause, my man.
Once again, round of applause to Dylan the Snowman Harring. Huge victory in just his second AMMA fight.
Fighter number 1 from Cleveland, Ohio. It's Brandon Miller.
Miller enters the AMMA cage to an ovation from this crowd. Brandon Miller, the product of Cleveland, Ohio, just a couple hours away from Pittsburgh. He comes in having fought his first time in AMMA in October of 2025. That was to the well-versed in this sport Nathan Kitchen, where he was met with a loss. He looks to get some redemption tonight against his opponent, Patrick Smith.
Fighter number 2, from Louisville, Kentucky. It's Patrick Smith.
Some fighters get into armored MMA or the overall sport of armored combat through sheer love of competition. Some fighters get into it because they see their friends doing it and they want to get involved. In the case of Patrick Smith, he watched Monty Python at the age of 8 years old. He read Lord of the Rings at 12 years old, and he said, I like that. I want to get closer to that. I want to be part of that.
That's a man after my own heart. Both also things that happened in my life at about the same ages, too. It kind of put me down the river of fighting people with swords for the rest of my life.
To reintroduce the fighters, wearing the white and green tabard, from Ohio, it's Brandon Miller! And their opponent, wearing the red tabard, from Kentucky, it's Patrick Smith! The fighters have agreed to 3 1-minute rounds. If you're taken to the ground, you'll be stood up for 10 seconds. No illegal strikes, and defend yourselves at all times. Fighters, do you agree to these terms? Then touch tips and back to your corner. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And Pittsburgh, are you ready for another match? Then start fight.
All right, round 2 action underway. You have the 165-pound Brandon Miller against the 180 Patrick Smith, and immediately they come to blows. Huge offensive attacks.
Oh, around. Oh, jeez.
Look at this, and the great use of the sword around the back of the head is Brandon Miller. Look, he's here.
Oh, wow, that was
trying to take him down.
That was quick. That was slick. He didn't get through.
And Patrick Smith there actually was able to use the cage wall to his advantage to stave off the takedown. And now they go right back at it. Ooh, good use of the lower body. There you see, as he's trying to get that takedown again. Fighting it off is Smith. Can he? No, again, the cage wall. And he will come down now. And they'll roll around.
Stop fight, stop fight, stop fight, stop fight. Fighters to your corners. Give minutes to rest them up for their next round.
Powerful finish.
Oh, man.
Mickey, would we score that as a reversal on the takedown?
So when we go to the ground, it's who has control after motion's kind of stopped.
Okay.
If no one has control, it's not. So the actual takedown may have gone to whoever was landing, and I believe it was Patrick Smith, right, that landed on top.
Patrick got him
so
down.
He may have gotten the takedown, but he may have counted as reverse. I'd have to watch
We're
it.
in the replay. Look at this slick step around. He tried to get it the list, helped him, kept him up. And he starts throwing these body blows. I'm kind of surprised that Brandon is not like doing a little bit more sword fighting to get more points. He comes from a foam fighting background.
Oh, wow,
down here
yeah.
in Bellegarde. And I've known him a while through that, and I kind of expected it, but he's really bringing it to him with all this grappling.
Yeah, good hip toss, but so that would have gone to Brandon, and then the reversal would have gone to Patrick.
Oh, okay, he actually would have gone with a reversal.
Yeah, he had control on that throw, and then it got reversed at the
Patrick played it well. He actually kept a hold of the arm and rolled him all the way over there because Brandon is just a little bit lighter. 180 pounds to 165 pounds is not a huge deal, but you're able to be really strong at that size too.
Oh, absolutely.
Like strength can go up exponentially but on different ways and different builds. So
10 seconds, fighters. Lock and load and let's go.
Yeah, I'd like to see them use their swords a little bit, but maybe they're just hyped up and just want to bludgeon each other right now.
I mean, sometimes second round is kind of like let's
Strategy.
play tit for tat kind of
yeah,
game.
I can see that.
First round, you just kind of go for it. Second round, you start to
See if you
implement
can put
some
pressure.
strategy.
See if you can put pressure. You use that first round to like kind of shake them up a little bit. See how it goes.
Round number 2. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And who's ready for a second round? Then start fight.
Here we go, round 2. Brandon Miller, Patrick Smith. They clash swords right out of the gate. Good defense. You'll start to see sparks fly when the swords hit that hard against one another. Quite literally.
Start seeing a little bit more sword work out of these guys. I want to start seeing some combinations out of them. They're kind of throwing one-shot strikes right now.
Yeah, and I wonder if is that a hindrance coming from the LARP world where you just try to get that one shot in versus...
No, actually, there's a fair degree of combination and solid sword work, but I think it's kind of like a little bit of a...
30 seconds.
A little bit of a telescoping right now for him. He's like, I need to get one shot. He's going.
There's that pressure. Can Miller bring him down? Is Smith going to reverse this?
Get him walking.
They will tussle.
He's
Still on their feet. And a weapon gets dropped. And we will pause so the weapon can be picked up. And resume right where the weapon was dropped.
10 seconds.
Good use of the punch shield as a defense.
And stop fight.
Right across the top of the helmet there.
Send it back up for the next round.
And I want to ask both of you. You see the sword hit the top of the helmet. Does that rattle you on the inside?
Not the top.
No. The top's actually usually the thickest part of the strongest part of the helmet. The sides are a little bit more because it's closer to your face, and you can take a little bit. Usually, if you can cut across and get him right in the eye slot or something like that, that'll really jar somebody. But these little arming swords are only going to do so much in the deliverance of pain.
Yeah. I try to disorient people, like I'll tap on the shield, and if I see the shield drop or lift at all, then I'm aiming right for the ear, and I just ring it as hard as I can, and it just stuns them a bit. So even when I did dueling, that was my strategy. I'm like, I'm going to shake you a little bit.
And even Brandon walking backwards, he's throwing some chops, he's giving him the buckler to the face.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good thing because this guy's just going to keep pushing. Patrick's just going to keep pushing on him and trying to get at him. I think if Brandon can keep rolling him around the ring and just throwing blows at him.
I think that's what they're seeing at home, too, with 58% voting for Patrick Smith to win on the Armored MMA app. Download and get all your stuff. I'll keep plugging it because I have to.
Just keep pushing it, man. Hey, I downloaded it. I hate apps.
Yeah.
Final round. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And who wants to see this final round? Then start fight.
Third round, here we go. Patrick Smith in the red, Brandon Miller in the green and white. Good use of the shield and sword back to back here.
See, Brandon keeps tilting his head down. He's going to keep getting in that guillotine every time he's trying to do.
A little bit of a trip, but a little bit of a push at the same time.
Super clean takedown.
And this is a huge takedown for Smith, or for Miller rather, because this final round, this was pretty evenly matched coming in, and that's a lot of points he just scored.
Yeah. Yeah, a clean takedown like that is 5 points now. We up the points for that.
And they're getting points for every shot that they're landing whilst he's down.
And he was not blocking any.
Yeah, right? You can't.
30 seconds.
Brandon's really tried, he lets him strike and he does some strike, and then he goes to this close clinch. Yeah. Take that outstretched arm, use it.
Yeah, it almost seems no matter what, Patrick Smith keeps finding himself up against the cage. Trying to fight off a takedown. Final seconds here of the final round. I like that headbutt maneuver here. Use what's available to you.
And stop fight. Fighters, do your corners. We're going to go to the judges and get you a winner.
And that brings this fight to a close. The judges will tally their final points, and we will await a decision as we see some of the action here from that third round. I thought it was a well-fought fight between
looking and
both
seeing,
competitors.
He went to go for the kick.
Yeah, overextending himself. Oh, no.
He got caught on Brandon's leg.
Yeah. But don't reach your leg out like that.
Yeah, don't put it that high up.
Yeah.
And I think especially when you don't really even have much...
He's okay.
No.
He's okay.
What just happened in the ring?
Just somebody fell. I don't know.
Somebody took a trip. They went through it.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
All right, let's find out our winner.
After 3 rounds, your winner is Brandon!
And it will go to Brandon Miller, perhaps with that racking up of points in the third round might have been what tipped the scoring in his favor.
I will say that he also initiated most of the throws and most of like the actual process to try and get to the ground. And a fair degree of that does get taken.
How about that, Pittsburgh? Make some noise for these boys. How are you feeling, boss, after that victory?
I feel all right. I feel pretty good. Yeah, this is nice.
You didn't even mess up your mustache at all. Did you show this to the audience? Look at this handsome man. My God. And 1 second, a round of applause for Patrick's beard. Oh my God, what a stud. What do you think about Patrick, though? You know, before we get to you, like, how do you think he fought? How were you feeling against him, my man?
So he's a lot stronger than I thought. I was pretty comfortable. Well, I thought I was going to be really good at the grappling. Turns out he's pretty good at defending that. You know, the sword skills too. Everyone's saying your sword skills are good. Your sword skills will beat his. I think he kind of matched up with me. So I think I squeaked that one out. I'd love to see the score, but I think I squeaked out. Good fight from him.
Absolutely. And you have a background in using foam weapons, right? Yeah. Can I say that you come from the LARP world, the boffer world? Yeah. A lot of people come from that LARP and foam fighting world. How do you think that really helps you? And how do you feel being an armored fighter that came from the world of boffer?
Yeah, LARP sounds silly. Doesn't sound sporty. Doesn't sound martial. But there are little pockets of the LARP world where it's very high level sword skills at a very fast speed. We're using 6-ounce swords, and if you get touched, you're dead. So that teaches you over a long time your understanding of range control, your understanding of angles, your understanding of defense. These swords are a lot heavier, but the best shield in the game is being able to move away from that sword in real time. And I'm trying to get better at that. And I think people in this sport that get really good at that are going to be killers.
Absolutely. Sword play, it plays such a big role in this, but we also saw you trying a lot of grappling, right? Coming from the LARP world, there's no grappling in LARP really, right? So how did you feel tonight with your grapple performance, right? You got some good takedowns. How'd you feel?
Yeah, I felt okay. Like I said, his defense was a lot better than I expected. I'm coming off of an arm injury, so I haven't actually been able to swing swords in a while, but it's from hyperextension, so I can still grapple when it hurts. So I've actually just been working a ton of grappling, and hopefully my grappling eventually catch up to my sword skills and both will get good. But it worked for me okay today, so I'll take it.
Hell yeah. Anything else you got? Anybody want to call out? What's next for you in Army? Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, a lot of you guys predicted the wrong person to win on the AMMA app. Thank you guys.
With that round of applause, my man.
Well, there you have it. If you're on the app, make sure that if you get it wrong, you might get called out.
Fighter number 1 from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's Heather Zanner.
The hometown product, fresh out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It is Heather Zanner. Heather has fought one other time in AMMA, picking up a victory. She is a speedy fighter. She's very experienced, both not just in AMMA, but in other formats as well, armored combat. And she faces a very tough opponent in Kelsey, Leta, who we're going to see here in just a few seconds.
Yeah, and Heather, competing against some of the best in the world with IMCF, we're representing Team USA. That skill level, even if you win or lose, doesn't matter. Your skill level just jumps fighting the best in the world.
Fighter number 2 from Nashville, Tennessee. It's Kelsey Leta.
And Kelsey Leta will hear it from this crowd. Kelsey being out of the Nashville area in Tennessee, not going to get much love when her opponent is a hometown gal. Kelsey Leta in the season opener in San Antonio. She lost to Elise Ellington, and in that process, she actually suffered an injury I didn't even really know existed, a bruised kidney, Mickey.
You can bruise your organs. It happens.
Absolutely, yeah. She's like, I'm going to go drive myself to the hospital now. I'm like, okay.
And after the show, I saw her walking around backstage lifting, and she was like, I'm okay. And then I see her post on Instagram a few days later. So, turns out I bruised my kidney. This is her first day being medically
The
cleared.
scariest 140 pounds you can find.
Yeah.
Fighters to the center of the ring. To reintroduce the fighters, wearing the white and black tabard,
from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, it's Heather Sanders. And their opponent, wearing the black brigandine, from Tennessee, it's Kelsey Leta. The fighters have agreed to 3 1-minute rounds. If you're taken to the ground, you'll be stood after 10 seconds. No illegal strikes, defend yourselves at all times, and obey the referee at all times. Fighters, do you agree to these terms? Then touch tips and back to your corner. Round number 1. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And who's ready for this next matchup? Then start fight.
All right, here we go. Heather Sanders in the green, white, and black. Kelsey Leta in the all black.
Kelsey's a very technical sword player, but I know she likes to grapple and punch people a lot, so we'll see what she pulls out of her bag this time.
They're
Right
also
in front of
both
us.
wearing these big punching shields that I kind of want to see them punch with.
Yeah, that's the point. You bring him out.
Kelsey caught her right in the chainmail. Right near the throat area. And a nice use of the lower body. There's a knee strike there. Sanders returns the favor.
Ooh,
a nice knee to the
hip.
side. I think she caught above the armor more in the exposed hip region.
that was a
And
good
Kelsey's
spin.
going to try and bring her down, but I don't think she got her, though.
Nice
Oh,
punch from
nice
Kelsey.
thrust punch with the shield.
10 seconds.
That was good knee, good knees.
Kelsey really wisely using the lower body as much as she can.
And stop fight, stop fight.
And the
Fight
first
to your
round
corners.
comes
And
to
then
a
the rest of the
close.
round, the next round.
I like that strategy because Sanders is really known for being a duelist.
Yeah.
So if you can kind of take the traditional duel out of the equation and start to introduce your own limbs as the weapons, you can throw your opponent off their game.
Absolutely. I'm seeing a repeat pattern from Kelsey. I mean, I've trained with her for a long time. Looks like she's going high across and then using that to just kind of step in. And I think she's looking for an Soto, like a quick takedown.
Yeah.
But that's Kelsey's bread and butter right there, is just grind you to the ground and then punch you in the face.
Then that just thrust punch with the front side of the shield.
Throwing the 2 same shots, putting it right in your mouth, right in your gullet. It's always going to be a terrible time when you
yeah.
get punched in the mouth.
And those knees were vicious too. Like I know Sanders was returning the strikes and stuff, but we're going to the
The
audience right
Pittsburgh
now.
audience here is saying that it's in Kelsey's favor, right? Not by a lot. But
Yeah,
it
this is
is
the
in
audience
Kelsey's
at home
favor.
too, so everybody around the world right now.
No, everybody in this room really wants Sanders to pull
Oh,
out.
absolutely, yeah.
Without a doubt.
Hometown heroes.
Pittsburgh loves a hometowner.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think Heather absolutely has the capabilities to do so. We've seen her
Without
fight
a doubt.
before. She's traveled around the world fighting now. Like she's got the stuff. It's just that Kelsey is making some adjustments and throwing heavy hits. That's going to slow you down. That'll make you want to engage less.
Yeah.
Round number 2. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And who's ready for the second round? Then start fighting.
All right, can Heather Sanders get the energy of this Pittsburgh crowd behind her?
Exposed
To
biceps and
retaliate.
exposed armpits.
Yeah, it's take the hits, protect the bones. That's all you need.
Yeah, you very rarely see a lot of skin in this sport, so that's a lot.
Nice little trap with the sword.
Yep.
Oh, and now there's the return favor with the knee by Sanders.
It was a good counter step to the think to the throw.
And you see they're someone's trying to get a position of a leg hook. And they're totally caught up with one another now. There's a nice use of the helmet-to-helmet contact from Kelsey Leta.
And that pushed Sanders all the way back to the wall.
And
Yeah.
a nice, how about you eat some shield, Heather?
And those
Solid leg
strikes.
chops.
Some of them they might not count because they're not coming through totally super hard, but
10 seconds.
10
oh,
seconds.
nice
off.
reversal.
And she gets her to the ground. Leta with her opponent down and just huge punches.
Big punches.
And stop fight, stop fight, stop fight. Fighters to your corners. And then to rest and back up for the final round.
Great ground game there once she took down Sanders.
Yeah, mad respect though too between the two of them.
Very rarely do you see a lot of animosity between dudes in this, between people in this sport. We all like kind of put it all out in the field, all out in the cage. We beat the heck out of each other. But
yeah. It's respect too. I mean, it is so dangerous and exhausting that person's showing up for you, just as much as you're showing up for them. So. See, some of those wrist snaps on those leg shots aren't going to be counted by the judges. They want to see the full kind of cock back and fire. This isn't dueling.
Yeah.
But there's that reversal. Again, Sander overreached, kind of like the last fight.
Yeah.
And, punishing it.
You pick your foot up in the ground, you're only on one foot in this sport. It's always going to get you, and you're always going to be a little topsy-turvy. This armor really makes you top-heavy. That helmet is just so much extra weight sitting on the very top of you kind of thing. You have to have a good base. You have to maintain it, even going for these leg kicks.
I like getting a little goofy when touching people with my foot, but all the weight's on that other foot.
Yeah.
If I put any weight on them, I know I'm done. So.
Yeah. 10 seconds, fighter. Lock and load. Let's go.
So far, this is my third time seeing Kelsey, calling a fight of Kelsey Leta's, and this is the strongest I've seen her fight yet. She might need to come off an injury every time.
Round number 3. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And make some noise for the final round! Start fighting!
Third round, can Heather Sander rally this hometown crowd behind her and mount a comeback? A little bit of a feeling out process to start, and now they clash. Ooh, good defense, and then just a nice rally there.
Yeah. Pressure against the wall, knees to stomach. Sander's going to try to step across for a Tai-Otoshi, but that hip pressure in is really going to help Kelsey stop that. That's the difference between like rail riding and the cage fighting.
Yeah.
Is that you can really use the cage to pin your opponent's hips down.
Yeah.
Sander responds with a headbutt.
They are doing a good job whenever they get into this clinch. They're feeling each other and they're going with each other to try and counter each other. And it's really a good thing to see because the grappling game is getting picked up by everyone.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because honestly, a lot of people just try to overpower without knowing if they have good grips or not. So.
Sander, she's scoring a few points here with those sword
10
strikes.
seconds, fighters!
And then now using some fists.
Yeah.
Kelsey tries to create some separation with the kick. Final seconds here.
Stop fighting, stop fighting. Fighters, 2 corners will go to the judges and get your winner.
And this match comes to a close. Strong showing from Kelsey Leta. Looks like this one will go in her favor. We will, of course, wait for the final judge's decision, but...
Yeah, Sander, put on that last little bit of pepper at the end. That's what we scored in a way that you could come back in the end, honestly,
It was a really solid fight. It showed some tacticality. It showed a lot of aggression. They got at each other. They were in each other's faces a fair degree of it. But they also threw a lot of sword blows, too.
Yeah. And that chest match against the wall, too, when they're stepping around each other and Kelsey shutting it down with the hip blocks and everything. It's not just grinding. It's very methodical, very chest play.
I know it kind of looks like you're dancing around with the guy, but you're really not. You're really trying to figure it out, and you're feeling the pressure and everything else, like where everybody's at.
Dancing while people beat the crap out of you, man.
Right?
Fighters, if you can stand in the center of the ring.
All right, let's find out who this one is going to go to.
After 3 rounds, your winner is Kelsey Leta!
Kelsey Leta picks up perhaps a much-needed victory, her first win in several months. Now, she did have a time off from injury even before her last fight, but I like seeing this comeback performance, and even more impressive, this was her first day being medically cleared after the bruised kidney.
We were talking earlier, and I gave her a little bit of crap about it. I'm like, you really gonna do this? Yeah, I don't care. Toughest little 140 pounds. Sander really put out the work too. It was a wild fight to watch.
All right, make some noise for our first Fed fight of the evening.
Now, I saw Kelsey fight 2 weeks ago in San Antonio. She came off that fight with a bruised kidney and was cleared to fight 2 weeks later after taking that much damage. What goes through your head when you're coming into a fight like this knowing you just had to get cleared at the hospital just 2 weeks earlier, right?
I've done stupider things.
I know. Kelsey's been fighting with us. Kelsey is also the VP of Armored MMA, just so you guys know. Behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, making things happen, showing up and fighting, does it all. She's amazing, right? So, Now that you're back in, how'd you feel during that fight? How do you feel about your fight in general?
I'm extremely exhausted, which goes to show that training really does pay off, so don't stop training. I was talking with Heather before our fight, and I realized I hadn't actually fought her for like 3 years. And boy howdy, let me tell you, she has put in the work. She was way smarter, way stronger, way more dynamic in her approach. I'm extremely proud of the work she's put in, and it was an honor to hop back in with her tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah, round of applause for your Pittsburgh, Heather Sanders.
Huge round of applause. I've seen you up and down through all the fights over the years and everything like that. This fight, you put it on. Like, you were like, I'm gonna hurt you, I'm gonna hit you. And Heather did an amazing job shutting you down the entire time, but you kept coming with the aggression. What is your mind thinking, like, for the rest of the season, maybe the a couple more years of your fighting career? Like, where's your heart at in all of this?
I think the past 6 years I've been trying to prove to all the other women what they're capable of. And I've sacrificed a lot trying to make them realize that they can do this too, that I kind of lost sight of doing it for me. So the rest of my career is going to be for me and me alone.
Anything else you want to say?
Love you.
Love you too.
Hey, one more round of applause for Kelsey, Leta again.
They are business partners. They are also life partners, are Mickey and Kelsey. Save that reveal for the end.
Yeah, right. Lucky and also dangerous.
Congratulations to Kelsey Leta with a comeback victory there. Great to see her get the win, get back in the win column. If you want to follow her journey, she is at Kelsey the Killer on Instagram.
Fighter number 1 from Lincoln Park, Michigan. It's Colton Miller.
Colton Miller makes his AMMA debut. He is hyped for this one. His last fight was in WXC amateur 135-pound bout, which he lost by TKO. The reason is that he broke his shin during the fight. He's looking pretty spry dancing around the ring right now, though, so I think it might have healed.
Maybe. I would hope so.
Fighter number 2 from Cambridge, Ohio. It's Devin.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the cage, it is the product of Cambridge, Ohio, Devin Ryan. He has been in this for about 5 years, competing in various forms of armored combat. Paul, he got into this because he watched the Show Night fight.
Of course. And I'm really glad that product has really brought a lot of people into this sport. And he's wearing a very, very pretty kit. It's kind of like the one I wore on the show. Yeah. It's a terrible idea and a terrible plan. Let's see how it goes for him.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful kit. The Ruse kit's amazing. I love seeing them, but it doesn't.
You can really hurt people through them.
Yeah.
They're really small plates. They don't get the force out.
No.
Fighters to the center of the ring. Do we introduce the fighters? Wearing the green tabard from Michigan, it's Colton Miller. And his opponent wearing the silver and black Ruse kits from Ohio, it's Devin Ryan. The fighters have agreed to 3 1-minute rounds. If you're taken to the ground, you'll be stood up there 10 seconds. No illegal strikes. Defend yourselves at all times and obey the referee at all times. Fighters, do you agree to these terms? Then touch tips and back to your corner. Round number 1. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And make some noise if you're ready out there, Pittsburgh! Then start fighting.
I think we're in for an awesome matchup here.
Hey, we make him touch tips only that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this is
Good higher energy, good chops.
And you get that with on the men's side, you get that with the smaller weight classes, a little bit more speed and agility. But so much technique from both of these guys as well. Ooh, he almost heard
slipped that left arm in there. Yeah.
Interesting, they both chose to put the heel foot forward, too, on this fight.
Yeah, right?
30 seconds.
Colton has slid that left-hand jab in 2 or 3 times as Devin has just let his face take it.
Oh! And the sword goes flying outside of the cage. And the fight will have to be paused momentarily. What a moment. And
to the best of my knowledge,
Colton Miller is okay. I think the audience member is okay.
It's good.
I mean, you saw.
It hung in the air.
Yeah, you saw how masterful the swordplay was from both fighters. When that pure contact happens, no.
Hey, keep a hold of that.
That thing went flying into the third row.
Pretty far back.
And we are ready to resume. And back on here in the final 10 seconds of the round. Ooh, nice shot across the midsection from Smith, or rather from Miller.
And stop fight. Fighters to your corners. We'll give you a minute to rest. And we'll be back in the second round.
All right. Action-packed first round.
I can see Colton adjusting his sword the entire time. He does not have a good grip on that, and he's swinging for the fences.
They both actually are swinging really hard with these little arming swords. I think that like sometimes a lanyard will come in handy. It'll save you a little bit of that. But sometimes it just goes out of your hand.
And I think what made this round so, and we'll see that sword go flying right here.
And it was a spin move. Oh my God.
And it just, let's see that again. The spin move.
It's a lot of momentum built up.
So he had good positioning and just bounced off the shoulder pad. And I think when you make that hard a contact, it is hard to keep a grip.
Yeah. Especially with the back side of the sword. He probably was hitting with the dark side, right?
Yeah.
And we have a 50-50 split from the audience right now, rightfully so.
Yeah, rightfully so. That's a penalty, obviously, of losing your weapon.
Yeah, right.
We might have to make another penalty if you lose your weapon in such a dramatic fashion.
Right.
Yeah. Again, that's what the cage is there for. It's not directly going to hit anybody. It's got to go pretty high before it gets out of this cage.
It went.
One of the interesting sub-narratives of this fight is that Devin Ryan is a previous MMA competitor, but Colton Miller is trained or got into this by Mario Aguilar, who competed in MMA for 15 years himself.
Yeah,
so they're both extrapolating that knowledge into this round.
Number 2. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And are you paying attention out there, Pittsburgh? And start fight.
Big kicks.
Once again, Colton Miller in the green, Devin Ryan in the red and black. Really good footwork from both of these fighters. A wild overhand swing there with the sword from Colton.
They both want to be violent. It's a nice part about this.
Yeah, your strikes should really be coming from a pocket until you have a good opening to lay down some heat. But, I'm not going to stop them.
Good fence pressure. That leg's going up to try and get the rip, but it won't.
30 seconds.
Yeah, we've been seeing that a lot today from the cage. I'm not sure what's going on.
They're going really high on the leg,
Yeah.
too. It's like you're going just on one foot.
Oh, look out right in front of us. That sword's making it through the cage.
Let's go. It's okay.
Yeah. Just trading knees.
I've been stabbed before, Raj.
Oh.
Good.
And a takedown by Devin Ryan.
10 seconds.
He's getting it. He's getting it. There you go.
Nice using the knee to apply pressure.
And stop fight. Fighters to your corners. We'll give them the rest of them for the final round.
And that's a pretty nifty thing once you get them down. You have to, like, they're trying to get up. Like, oh, yes, waste all your energy trying to get up. I'm just going to put all my weight on you.
That's
Enjoy
right.
it.
Also, we reset the ground game if they do stand up to 2 feet. So sometimes you can let off some pressure, and they stand back up, and you just knock them back over.
Yeah, and that's a new 10-second clock, right? Yeah. I think what's been so impressive is, and you see in our corner here, Mario Aguilar is in fact the one cornering Colton Miller. I think what's been so impressive to watch in this is how effective both fighters are, both with the forehand and the backhand on the sword. A lot of times, and I think you see it more often when it's bigger fighters. It's like, I'm going to press the shield with my one arm, and I'm just going to do kind of these like side hacks with the sword. This you're seeing top down, side, forehand, and backhand.
Yeah. They're actually trying to throw some combinations and throw some different
10 seconds, fighters. Lock and load, let's go.
All right, Pittsburgh, watch your eyes. It's the third and final round here.
Final round. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And who's ready for this final round? Then start fight.
Good block.
I mean, the app shows 50-50.
And another weapon drop. And referee Marshal Sean Fabian.
Yeah, it was just a disarm. So
giving away on a disarm. And I want to give some credit and a shout out to Sean Fabian. This is his first event where he is marshaled. He's actually a competitor, but he is marshaling tonight. It's not an easy job.
And I don't think anybody has realized, actually, Devin Ryan switched out to a falchion.
Yeah, to a falchion, yeah.
A falchion's got a little bit more weight in the top than these arming swords do. Good pressure, good knees.
And some of those are hitting the side of the helmet as well.
Oh, there
and then
you go.
those over the top shield punches. Brings him all the way down.
30 seconds.
Right in front of us.
Right in front of us. Get him.
Watch out where that sword has pierced our tablecloth.
Yeah, it's we're gonna make sure it doesn't knock over our broadcast system here.
Just push that back in.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Get
Paul.
that out of here.
We're
Get
good.
that back out of there.
We're used to being a little bit further away from the action. We are right on it today.
Right.
They're not fighting with pole arms. We're good.
Yeah.
Great swords would be really fun.
Don't worry, the weapons are blunted.
Yeah, right? It doesn't matter. They still go in.
All right, action back inside the cage.
10 seconds.
Devin Ryan with a headbutt. Lands
Another
partially.
arm. Another disarm.
Yeah, and that seems to be the consistent theme here for Colton
That's
Miller.
3 disarms on Colton.
5 seconds,
A
fighters.
little bit of butterfingers going on here for Colton Miller. And a hard punch right across the nose.
And stop fight. Fighters, to your corner.
He was just totally caught off guard. You see immediately
He's getting
Colton wants out of that
quick.
helmet.
He's up about it, but he's tired.
Yeah, I was worried he had the helmet tear going on for a second there.
Yeah.
'Cause he's pretty
Match
new,
came
you
off
know.
as well. Strong showing here from Devin Ryan, taking nothing away from Colton Miller, though.
Colton's still with him through the first 2 rounds and really gave it to him. This last round, just like, I think he was just a little tuckered out, getting a lot of pressure on the fence, having to deal with it, trying to fight to get up in that second round, too. It's always a battle to come into your third round not shaken.
Yeah, absolutely. Like a lot of the times he was in a bad spot, it was a really bad spot. That's different. So, all right.
All right, let's find out who's going to be the victor in this one.
Fighters, if you can stand to the center of the ring. After 3 rounds, your winner is Devin Ryan!
Devin Ryan will walk away the victor in a hard-fought battle. And Colton Miller, I think, showed up well for his first ever AMMA fight.
He came for it, started violent. You bring a lot of energy to that first round. You got to
Round of applause one more time. That was a vicious fight, guys. My goodness.
That armor kit is not just for looks.
So you're back here in Pittsburgh. How does it feel, my man, to come out and get a victory?
Great to get 2 wins in Pittsburgh. Love you guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for cheering. You guys kept me going.
Yeah, that was a super fast-paced fight you guys had, and he has an MMA background, so he has a deep gas tank, and he's got some good skills. What were you thinking to win this out, like going to that second round?
I knew that I had to get in the grapple. He's fast. He's got a killer shield punch. And I knew he was going to have cardio, which most of the time guys won't match my cardio. I had a feeling he would. I think he did. And he put up a good fight.
Yeah, and when you had him over there in the ground, you guys were kind of stabbing us over here in the booth and stuff like that. But you had full control. When he was in a bad spot, you made it worse and worse and worse. How do you take somebody from a position of just they're uncomfortable to making them feel like this is my life's over if I don't change it?
I wanted to stand up and get the standing strikes in. I knew he was going to force to his feet, so I wanted to keep him down and just beat him into the ground.
Keep that pressure on, absolutely. So, second time, second win, right? What's next for you in the Armored MMA world, my man?
Hopefully more with you.
Hopefully more with us. Hopefully more with Pittsburgh as well, right? You guys want to see him fight some more? Another round of applause, thank you. Anything else you want to say? Anything else you want? Say?
No, I'm good.
Absolutely. Round of applause, guys. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Devin Ryan. He's on a bit of a run. He recently also won silver in the middleweight division at Outrance at the Cincinnati Siege event. He's a middleweight pro fight winner at Metal AF. Before that, he's won his last fight here at AMMA in Pittsburgh. He's had a lot of back-to-back victories across AMMA as well as other competitions.
Fighter number 1 from Detroit, Michigan. It's Kyle Wychuyse.
Kyle Wychuyse, the product of Detroit, Michigan. The young buck born in 1999.
Yeah, that hurts a little bit in the bones and the joints. And again, another Detroit fighter coming in to fight. It's awesome to see. Detroit's still one of the best places to go fight. So
Detroit does bring it.
yes, they do.
For those French speakers in the house.
It's got to be highfalutin, man. It's Detroit.
Fighter number 2 from Middletown, Ohio. It's Ethan Kinstle.
Meanwhile, if you want to feel a little bit older, Ethan Kinstle, born in 2002.
That's all right. I fought him last time, so I got my revenge for everybody.
You give it to him?
Yeah.
He is known as the Cotton Candy Knight if you look at his tabard. But it is more than a carnival when Ethan Kinstle steps in the cage. And Mickey, you know that well.
Oh, yeah,
you
absolutely.
defeated him, but it was not an easy victory.
He's hit that mark now where he's tipping over to being really, really good. And I'm excited to see what he does tonight.
Fighters to the center of the ring. To reintroduce the fighters, wearing the black tabard from Michigan, it's Kyle Wychuyse. And his opponent from Ohio, wearing the blue and pink brigandine, it's Ethan Kinstle. Fighters have agreed to 3 1-minute rounds. If you're taken to the ground, you'll be stood up after 10 seconds. No illegal strikes. Defend yourselves at all times and obey the referee at all times. Fighters, do you agree to these terms? Then touch tips and back to your corner.
Their armor looks so nice, too.
Round number 1. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And make some noise if you're ready out there, Pittsburgh! And start fight.
We are underway. Kyle Wychuyse and Ethan Kinstle.
Getting right to it. Right to it.
Why not?
Oh, he blocks the takedown. Can Kinstle counter?
Nice.
And they're right back to their feet. And now a huge takedown by Kyle Wychuyse. And now he'll go with just fist punches, drops the sword.
Neither one of them have swords.
Huge right hands.
Nice way to kick it off. Ethan does have really good sword skills, so just shutting that down right away, setting the tone. Smart idea from
I'm not
Kyle.
going to let you hit me. We're going to wrestle.
Ethan was saying, and when I was asking him about his fight against you, Mickey, he was like, hey, I lost that because I didn't have enough aggression and I had sloppy footwork. So let's see if he applies more pressure and if his footwork has improved.
Good start to the head movement, too. That's something you don't see a lot in fighters until they hit that higher level, getting that head off line.
Starting to bleed off a little bit of the blow, so it doesn't look nearly as much.
It's a hard shot to the midsection there by Wychuyse. And they'll get into the clinch, and maybe we'll have a takedown.
10 seconds.
They've both gotten to that big step.
I don't know who's going to have the advantage on that takedown, though. And
Stands up with a good
look at that! Oh my God! That was some strength.
He got him off the ground if he stood up with him.
He was preparing for a full-on power bomb.
Yeah, right.
I mean, what's the weight difference there? That's a 170-pound man picking up another 170-pound man plus 100 pounds of armor.
Yeah, it depends. I know Ethan's wearing some lighter stuff for sure, but like, it's still.
But that's from a full deep squat position.
Yeah, right. He started pulling him right. Yeah. He was going to sit him back and get him up. I mean, he then slammed him to the ground again.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I would be too. No, I got to say, Ethan actually looks like he's wearing a melee kit. You say he's wearing like mostly titanium?
It is. Well, Kyle's over there and Ethan's over on that side.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got to switch up.
Yeah, no, Kyle's wearing the heavy stuff right now.
No,
yeah.
Ethan is wearing.
30 seconds.
You're saying that's.
Yeah, Ethan's in the pink and
Ethan's in the pink.
Yeah.
So he's wearing actually a full like singles kit. He's got jack chains.
Yeah.
He doesn't have big bicep armor or anything else like that. His shoulders are small. Ethan's bringing it in a full melee kit.
I know.
And that's the heavy. He's not going to feel any of the hits, but he's going to get slowed down. He's going to brought down to the ground a little bit more.
10 seconds, fighters. Lock and load. Let's go.
Yeah, I think that was. There were two different moments there that Kyle really came out and impressed the audience right at the very beginning with the aggression, and then in the closing seconds. He'll look to build on that here in the second round.
Fighter number 1, you ready? Fighter number 2, you ready? He was ready for the second round! And start fighting.
A little bit of a slower start here to the second round.
A little bit more measured.
Oh, yeah.
Blocking the sword attack.
And they're both sliding their shields in for good little punches, too. There's a good one to the
There's
chest.
a nice combination.
Again.
Ooh, right over the top with the sword is Kyle. Ooh,
Nice change
charging
level.
attack. Spinning takedown, and I think that one might get scored to Kinstle as he ends up with position.
That was a nice counter to it, though.
I almost wonder, though, if it was just momentum that caused the second rollover.
Little alligator roll, though. I mean, that is Ethan's job to shut that down.
Ethan saw it coming, and he's like, I'm going to take your momentum. He spun with him. He actually got it all the way to the ground, but then Kyle's like, nope.
It's almost like he over-rotated almost.
He did.
We have an armor failure. He'll have 1 minute to repair his... or he'll be penalized.
And something that it use at home and these in the crowd, like you notice that difference in helmets. One guy's breathing out of a colander. The other guy is breathing out of a couple of bars. There's a bit of a difference in safety and everything else like that. You could get a sword through those bars. It's small enough. But the breathing, visibility, everything else like that is much different versus the other guy, versus Ethan.
And the benefit of the colander helmet is if you need to cook some pasta afterwards.
Yeah, right.
You can strain it quite easily with the same equipment that you fight in.
Yeah.
Just take out that.
He just gave it to him.
Yeah, jokes aside, he just punched him in the chest.
Yeah, he did.
Ten seconds, fighters.
That was a hard shot to the side of the body.
Do it.
And now right in front of us. And that sword is going to...
Stop fight. Fighters to your corners.
We leaned real far back.
Yeah, we all took a minute there. It was like, no.
All right, second round. It was more measured even from start all the way through to the end. I think it was more measured. We had that roll around takedown.
That first round was hyper aggressive, and they kind of like wanted to put it out there and get the energy. This second round's a little bit more of a measure, like catch back up with each other and see where we're at. This third round, I feel, is going to be pretty explosive.
Absolutely. The one thing I'd like to see Ethan start improving on is actually blocking those shield punches with his forearm a little bit, mitigate some damage. He's leaving his sword really far down, and when he returns to guard, it almost drops to his hip. That'd be like throwing a jab and not coming back to your chin.
Yeah.
You know?
Even like you get that shield, you deflect it a little bit. It takes a lot out of it.
Well, I got like shin splints, but it's in my forearm from blocking so many shield
I
punches.
didn't know that was possible.
It is.
30 seconds, fighters.
You block anything enough with any one bone, it's going to have a problem.
Oh yeah, it's lumpy, man. Like I'll show you it after the show, man. It's rough.
He's going to show me his lumpy arm.
Yeah. But I mean, all you got to do is like pretty much you flip off your opponent while holding the sword in your hand, and you can take a shield strike right on your forearm. Mitigates all the damage.
You can use it as a shield. You can use your arm as a shield. You can deflect. I feel like deflecting is a little bit better so you don't get that problem. And also, as soon as you deflect it, they're past you.
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
you just throw your shot right into their mouth.
Speaking of injury, Ethan Kinstle constantly recovering from a shoulder injury he suffered in his first year of fighting at a Renaissance fair.
Final round. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And who's ready for this final round? Then start fighting.
Third and final round here.
Here to give it to him.
Ethan's got to cook. I think he's behind. You know, if he's not giving everything he's got.
We'll take him down. Again, smartly drops the sword, goes for the punches.
Neon
Can
belly.
he get to neon belly? Actually, he's hip on belly right now.
Yeah.
No.
And a headbutt. And that, I mean, he got that in right before the flag came to break up the action.
Yeah, solid pressure from Kyle there. Really, he's not giving Ethan an opportunity.
No, not letting him.
And that's part of the game. Like the right amount of pressure, not so much exhaust yourself, but keep them always on the heel, right?
Yeah, right.
So much ring awareness. Each time there's been a takedown, Wychuyse immediately drops the weapon.
That's Wychuyse, yeah, that's what I found out, yeah.
Wychuyse drops the weapon and goes for the punches. And I think, Mickey, you can attest to, sometimes one of the hardest things to do is remember actually to let go of the weapon when it's not going to serve you.
That's true. You got to kind of build it in. Plus, if you do stand up, you kind of want that weapon still, you know?
Sure.
You don't want the fight to like stop or have to slow down because you don't have a weapon on you.
They're doing a little bit of
I think it's
pirouetting.
confidence in the ground game, though, that you will make it through to that 10-second mark. And right up against the door, watch out.
And he saved it. He got out of it. Good for him. He's missing his sword. You still need a weapon to batter him.
Yep.
5 seconds, fighters.
Final seconds. And we'll run it out.
And stop fight. Fighters to your corners. We'll go to the judges to get you a winner.
Kyle knew that he needed to cook that round. He started out with heavy pressure, trying to go for the throw. He got in on one. They did a bunch of dancing over here in the last 10 seconds, and then Kyle lost his sword, and they had to stop that.
There you see
There's
that
the
first
first round.
takedown. Let's go, the sword.
Nice side control, but they may not count a lot of those punches if they weren't clear. I could see the shield kind of in the way, but still good pressure on the stomach. Can't breathe, you know. Honestly, very, very impressive from
When he
Kyle.
throws the sword out, when he gets on top of him, does that count as a disarm?
No, when we're on the ground, we actually are allowed to fight without the sword.
Cool.
So, but you have to make 3 points of contact before you can let go of the sword, and you're allowed to stand up too afterwards. But the ground time continues. So,
However, right here, that is a disarm.
That's
They're
a
both
disarm,
standing.
yeah.
After 3 rounds, your winner is Kyle.
Strong performance from Kyle Wychuyse.
He brought it to him, and he gave him the meat. I think Ethan needed to turn out a little bit more with some of those takedowns and get a little bit more working with his sword. But that's kind of how the cookie crumbles there.
And let's hear more from
One
Kyle.
more time, my guys. Make some noise for Kyle.
Let's get it this way so we don't get the toilet in the background. Yeah. Awesome. Great work. Great way to send us off into our intermission, my man. Like, when you decided to pick up a fight against Ethan, what was going through your head? What was your game plan?
Cardio. And I don't think I still did enough either. I knew he was a better dueler than me. He's got some more experience than me. So I wanted to kind of pick up my dueling, but mostly cardio.
Yeah, you shut down his swordplay game right off the bat. You didn't even swing at all. You just kind of rushed him right in the beginning. Led to a great aggressive fight. Good recoveries on the takedowns. Like, did you know that you were going to be able to out-grapple him?
Yeah, I did wrestling and some jiu-jitsu, so I was kind of confident in that part.
What do you think is next for you in Armored MMA? You've been with us a couple times now. Where do you want to go with this, my man?
I would like to do a pro fight soon. Maybe fight Bibby one day soon.
You want to fight me? Is that what it? Do you think I should fight this guy? Should I fight him right now? Absolutely. I will take anybody who wants to fight me, man. I love it when people want to show up and actually put on the gloves and go. So maybe we can set that up. I haven't fought yet this year, so I might be a little rusty. You want to fight me?
Yeah.
One more time, do you think? We set this up? Anybody else you want to take on? You called out Bibby, anybody else? Who would be your pro fight?
I'll count you in. Nathan Kitchen.
All right, Nathan Kitchen, he's a little pest. You should take care of him. One more time, huge round of applause. Kicking butt, Kyle Wychuyse.
Fighter number 1 from Nashville, Tennessee. It's John Bibby.
We are back here with the second half of Armored MMA from the sold-out Sunny Days Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It is standing room only in this building, and we kick off the second half with the stalwart, the staple of AMMA, the winged hussar, John Bibby, entering against a very tough opponent, and I'll get to his opponent in just a second when we see him come out, but John Bibby's last fight in San Antonio was against his opponent's teammate, Al Kenny. Very close fight. Bibby walked away with a loss in that one. Razor-thin loss. In fact, he looks to avenge that by facing his opponent, the teammate of Al Kenny, Mario Aguilar.
Fighter number 2 from Detroit, Michigan. It's Mario Aguilar.
Big crowd favorite. He's always puts on a good show. Good.
He does that dance step. He calls it something. I can't recall what it is, but he's got that popular dance step. Mario Aguilar puts on a show. However, he finds himself in a tough 3-match losing streak. Johnny Porter against you, Mickey Gallis, as well as, most recently, Antonio Pinedo. He needs to turn things around and match that energy with a victory tonight.
To introduce the fighters, wearing the red and black brigandine from Tennessee, it's John Bibby. And their opponent wearing the green tabard from Michigan, it's Mario Aguilar. And your referee for the second half of the evening is Ricky, the Red Panda Rayo. The fighters have agreed to 3 1-minute rounds. If you're taking the ground, you stood up for 10 seconds. No illegal strikes. Defend yourselves at all times and obey the referee at all times. Fighters, do you agree to these terms? Then touch tips and back to your corner.
This is going to be a fun fight.
Round number 1. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And who's ready to get back to the violence? Then start fight.
All right, second half underway. John Bibby, Mario Aguilar.
Big high kick.
And that is
snuck right
tough
under.
to get your leg that high with that much weight bearing on it with the armor.
He did just touch him, but it was very athletic.
And now a front kick.
Good kick.
Creates some separation. Good sword play from both fighters out of the gate. This is the fight we previewed during the pregame show. So a lot of expectations out of both fighters in this one.
Oh, gonna sweep out that bottom.
Yeah, he's trying for it.
And that's tough to do because to get that, you got to lean your upper body back while taking your
Oh,
leg.
there it was. And he laid it just right, like right below the knee where you could get the most amount of meat into the kick and really pick his leg up and throw it.
Yeah, and that's an MMA background, but
Yeah.
John Bibby's still sneaking in a lot of shots right on the hip, too.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to block it, I guess, if you're really trying to be aggressive, but
10 seconds, fighters.
Final 10 seconds of the round.
See if they make a push.
Yeah, really strong use of the lower body attack in this first round so far from Aguilar.
And stop fight. Finish your corners. Give me the rest of the round.
All right, first round comes to a close. Strong showing on both sides of the cage. And we talked about Aguilar having that background, 15 years of MMA experience, and so much of that's where you see those high kicks coming into play. He posts videos online of his boxing. Like, I gotta say, if you look at it from a pure fitness perspective, Mario Aguilar might be the #1 person on the entire MMA roster.
I mean, just his athleticism is insane. And that kick, if it would have been MMA, probably would have ended the fight.
Yeah.
Because it was right on the chin. Like it snuck under the arm. And the crowd can definitely attest to that. There's 61% going to Mario. So the one thing I do worry about, though, is relaxing. Like Mario seems really relaxed. That's great. But Bibby is sniping the entire time, sneaking in shots where he can.
Yeah.
He's keeping it close, and you can't let that happen. Don't let the judges decide, right?
No.
10 seconds. Rough fighters, lock and load, and let's go.
17-year difference between these two fighters. Bibby coming in at 55 years old. One of the most senior
Keep up with the young bucks.
roster.
Round number 2. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And who's ready to kick off the second round? And start fight.
Running Superman punch out of the gate misses. But that
Again with
gets
the
the
kick.
crowd into it.
One thing I haven't quite seen happen yet is Bibby landing that shield punch. He's really good at usually sneaking it past, but
Aguilar
level
steps
change.
underneath, tries the
Be good at
uppercut.
shoot it.
yeah, he was trying to shoot.
Trying to shoot.
He's done it before, man, but
Good knees.
Now we'll see his takedown
Bad
attempt
position.
here. But both fighters still staying on their feet.
30 seconds.
That knee strike gets almost up under the chin.
Yeah, but he's trying to hit in the lower part of the solar plexus to really drive through. All right, kick off the fence.
maybe he didn't want nothing to do with it, though.
Being a little flashy. He's like, nah, get out of here with that.
10 seconds, fighters.
Neither one of them really connecting with these shield punches, and I really wish I could see him get him locked in there.
And we will come to the closing seconds and the closeout of the second round. Flashier performance from Aguilar in that second round. His strikes didn't land so much, but you can tell he's cooking up something.
Yeah, that's the problem. Bibby has been training against me. He knows I like to do flashy stuff,
Yeah.
and he wants nothing to do with it. He'll go on his heels real quick if he knows he can get out of that.
He's like, I know you're doing something wild. I'm not going to let you do that.
One of the
Exactly.
things that I think is very characteristic of John Bibby's game, which you saw in the frame before this, was his natural fighting stance. He keeps the shield and the sword high. Most fighters keep a more closed guard as their natural stance. So, Mickey, again, you train with him a lot. What's the benefit to having that higher stance?
I mean, that's more of a dueling stance where you just want to get that high guard and get your legs out behind you a bit and snipe your shots in. And that's exactly what his game plan is right here. Opening strike. But it does kind of take away from the protection and the ability to grapple.
The other part about it is it's also like you're not projecting nearly as much. When you start really tight in with your stuff and you're going for that shield punch, you see it coming from a mile away. When you're up and you're higher in it, you just drop it in. It's right there for him.
Yeah, he sneaks the shot, and if he lands one of these shield punches, that's one of his best things he does.
Yeah,
He
right.
sneaks that shield forward and just jabs you real hard.
Putting these punching shields right into the mouth of the guy, even though he's wearing a helmet, really does suck. It's never a good time.
10 seconds.
Absolutely, and I'm hoping we see a bunch more of that because John has been really good about sneaking that in, and maybe just Mario's a little bit more slippery than his
I'm no
usual
judge, but I think Bibby's definitely holding his own.
Oh,
And he's
absolutely,
making
yeah.
strikes the whole time that Mario is trying to throw all these really higher energy stuff, which cool, but at the same time, you have to make sure that you're balancing that.
Yeah.
Final round. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And who's ready for this final round? And
high-energy matchup between Mario, the infamous Spider Aguilar, and the winged hussar, John Bibby.
Going with a big kick.
Mario Chance starting to make their way through the arena.
And Mario's really trying to get the timing on that kick, too.
Both of these fighters kind of sniping each other out so well, matching each other blow for blow. And they'll reset towards the middle.
30 seconds!
A running headbutt attack by Aguilar. And he's able to land a sword strike across the side of the helmet. Wraps the right arm around the back of the neck, but Bibby's meeting him in the same position. Can he get the takedown? Oh, huge takedown from Mario Aguilar. And a knee strike, and another knee strike.
Bibby is not letting him get up to start raining blows. It's good play, good defensive play.
And they will get brought back up after the 10-second ground game rule.
That was a pretty big throw.
There's 5 seconds remaining on the clock.
And Bibby's going to have to do something quick here. 5 points on the takedown is a huge
They're
advantage.
not going to do anything in this 5 seconds. Yeah.
And they're going to hug it out to close it out. And, Bibby!
I'll explain that rule here in a second.
Yeah.
By Aguilar.
Stop fight! Stop fight! Fighters to your corners!
The hug.
Go, judges. You get your winner.
Turns takedown. Go ahead, Paul.
So, we have a rule of timidity. If you're not fighting, and we know, we're put you right in the center, right hand over left, and you're in a grapple in the dead center. Like they were just standing there for no reason. It's like,
well, I don't think that either one of those guys knew that the fight had 5 seconds left and they were starting. Like Bibby went and reset to the other side of the ring.
Yeah, he thought maybe it was over or something.
I think so.
Okay, but absolutely, it's just.
That was pretty funny.
That is really funny, yeah, because we do have to put them in the center, make them actually engage with each other if they're not gonna. And
I was kind of confused at why he set them to wrestling.
Yes.
Immediately. That was kind of weird. But okay.
It's mainly just the people avoiding the fights and stuff like that that we put them on.
So it'll be 2 takedowns in that third round for Mario Aguilar, which might turn out to be the difference maker. Let's take it up to the center of the cage and find out who our winner is.
Fighters to the center of the ring.
Mario chants ringing throughout the arena.
3 rounds. Your winner is Mario!
Well earned.
A huge win as Aguilar climbs the cage, celebrates in front of his sold-out Sunny Days Arena, and this is a big win and a huge stepping stone in the career of Mario Aguilar. Again, he's coming off a 3-match losing streak. He needed this one.
One more time for Mario, guys.
Awesome work, man. Congrats on the victory here. We saw some of the most kicks we've probably seen this entire night so far. Was that your game plan? Punish them at a distance? What were you thinking?
100%. I wanted to use my best weapon against him. But first things first, it is so good to be back in Pittsburgh. What's up, y'all?
Yeah, you were here last time fighting, man. You fought 2 weeks ago. You fought for us so many times. You fought in Canton against me, man. Like, you're making this your life, honestly. And like, how does that feel to just kind of take fighting to that next level where it is just everything you do, man?
I'm living a dream right now. I can't even express words, but one thing I can say is if there's something in your heart, guys, chase it. Chase it, because I'm telling you, it's right within your grip. It's right there.
Absolutely. Hey, let's get your breath for a second. I'll talk a little bit. So you got to fight in what, 2 more weeks right now? Yeah, so I don't even remember who we're putting you against, but what are you thinking is going to happen the next 2 weeks, man? What's your plan?
Oh, I know who I'm fighting. I'm fighting Manny the Mongol York. That is going to be one hell of a banger. So guys, tune in. It's going to be a hell of a show.
Anything else you want to say to your fans, your family? What you got?
Guys, I'm eternally grateful. All glory goes to Lord Savior above. 100%. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you to the Direwolves. Thank you to my family. And guys, you ain't seen the last of me yet.
One more time, you guys, for Mario!
Mario Aguilar soaking in a huge victory, breaking the losing streak, and perhaps setting himself up on a winning streak, and maybe even putting himself in position to challenge for a crown later this year.
Fighter number 1, from Cincinnati, Ohio, it's Ashlyn Pfau.
Ashlyn Pfau, a.k.a. Lady Ashlyn, returns to the cage for the first time in 9 months.
Yeah, she was killing it all year long. Her BJJ game is insane. We'll probably be seeing some throws. I know there's a weight difference this time, but getting under her opponent is her bread and butter. So I'm hoping to see some good tosses tonight.
Now remember, we're going to see 2 teammates go up against each other. This is Ashlyn Pfau. She will face Kelsey O'Donnell. And like we said in the pregame, these teammates who go up against each other in this sport, we get some of the best outcomes possible.
Fighter number 2, from South Ohio, it's Kelsey O'Donnell.
And here is Kelsey O'Donnell. That team they train on together is known as the River Sirens.
That's right. It's a fairly new team. I believe it's like maybe in their second year now.
Ah, gotcha.
And they're doing really good. They come out with a win out of Carnage. They really put together a good team that stretches all the way like from northern Ohio all the way down to Tennessee. So
good Lord.
Yeah.
We see the tail of the tape on screen right now with these 2 fighters, teammates. And again, both of them are making their season debuts in AMMA tonight. So a little bit of ring rust. That was they haven't been fighting in other formats, but this is very unique in and of its own right. So we'll see if there's any ring rust as they get going.
Fighters to the center of the ring. To reintroduce the fighters, wearing the purple and white lace from Ohio, it's Ashlyn Pfau. And their opponent wearing the black and orange tower from Ohio, it's Kelsey O'Donnell. The fighters have agreed to 3 1-minute rounds. If you're taking the ground, you'll be stood up after 10 seconds. No illegal strikes. Defend yourselves at all times and obey the referee at all times. Fighters, do you agree to these terms? Then touch tips, then back to your corners. Round number 1. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And who's ready to kick this fight off? Then start fighting.
We are underway. Ashlyn Pfau, Kelsey O'Donnell. Another interesting sort of just aspect to keep in mind is they fight out of different weight classes. Mm-hmm. We'll see how that plays a role.
Pfau is definitely giving up some poundage, but she's also she's a decade younger.
That's true. And I mean, those shots to the ribs and to the solar plex from those little bucklers, man, just hurt.
They suck.
Yeah.
Good trading, head control and fence control, dipping back and forth.
Yeah, this is going to play to Chelsea's advantage here to pin Ashlyn so that she doesn't actually use some of her jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think if you're Ashlyn, you want more of this fight to actually be more in the center of the ring.
Yeah.
And she's able to get it back in that area.
Yep.
10 seconds, fighters.
Because with that weight class difference, you really can't afford, if you're Ashlyn, to get pressed up against the cage.
No.
And then there's her getting the offense pressed. That's good.
And stop fight. Fighters, to your corner.
Our first round comes to a close.
So good choppy, good swords thrown around. There's some kicks, there's some pushing, there's some throwing.
Yeah, and I'm liking that Ashlyn's actually following up her deep kicks with a shield punch.
Yeah.
Right there,
Yeah,
same
there.
thing. I don't know if she's going in for a grapple, but she is following up and making connections.
She's landing the punch, and she's giving some moxie behind it, too.
Yeah.
I will note, most amount of lace I've seen in a fight.
That is brave, and it might get torn up, but she always comes out, does a great job, and she looks, has awesome armor out there too.
Yeah,
so.
right.
30 seconds.
And I think what you're seeing out of this first round is two people who know exactly what the other strategy is going to be,
That's
and
right.
being able to match that.
But after that first round, I got Ashlyn up at 62%. That's what the crowd's favoring. We'll see. Really, I mean, Ashlyn's got a great gas stake too. So with all that pressure, all that wall control, that's really draining. So, and she stayed calm under pressure.
Yep.
But if Chelsea can keep applying that very heavy pressure, it's going to wear down on probably both of them. But shutting Ashlyn
When you're in that
plan.
kind of position, you can kind of just let your weight sit on somebody and let them try and fight against it.
That's
And when
fair.
you've already got pressure, it's kind of nice just to hang out.
Lock and load, let's go.
Yeah, the only problem is you got a minute. You got to still score points too.
Yeah,
so,
you still got to do it.
That grind is there, but you also got to be peppering in shots.
Pfau is trying to throw these legs, try and get some good judo work in there while the pressure's there, and I think she needs to go with that a little bit more.
Round number 2. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And who's ready for the second round? Then start fight.
And here we go, round 2. Lady Ashlyn Pfau against Chelsea O'Donnell. Ashlyn in the purple and white lace. Chelsea in the black and orange.
Yeah, super aggressive.
And good job by Ashlyn to prevent the continued pressure towards the cage wall and instead counter that by pressuring her opponent against the cage.
That's what you need to do, and bounce them off the cage and set up an Soto. Really would be helpful, but I think they're just looking to do damage on each other at this point.
There's a hard punch shield punch to the upper chest that she was able to score. They tie up here along the cage wall, kind of walking the wall.
Trading head to
Pfau's
head.
got it.
Yep.
Can she bring her down before the round ends? And Chelsea might just have too much counter power for this to work. She's kind of got her arm now.
They're trading arm control right now and can't get
And we'll get a pause in the action. It looks like the armor is caught up.
That chain Aventail will hold on to just about everything.
Oh my God, yeah.
Took the whole gauntlet off. You can have that back now.
And we'll resume for the closing seconds. And it's smart by Ashlyn, even though her left arm is compromised, to still maintain some type of offensive attack with what's available.
Maintaining those chops while you're in the wrestle is kind of nice. I don't know if she's exactly getting counted for all of them. There needs to be a little bit more arm motion.
I think if nothing else, though, it's keeping her opponent thinking about what she has to do in response.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you can hear the difference between like a nice good hit to the leg and her, doing some damage and not. So some of them I was, some of them I might not.
This walking, them in a grapple and then walking together, I think they're both missing good leg trap moves that they can really get the takedown on them. And then they get caught in this. And I'm really waiting for one of them just to let their weight carry, and then it carries the other one to the ground kind of thing.
Yeah,
this is where they get caught up.
Yeah, and I think what we've been seeing is every time Chelsea has an opportunity to build a sort of momentum for the takedown, Ashlyn is countering it either with her foot positioning or just kind of responding with return pressure of her own.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them take a risk, though, step across real hard, and just hope that especially with that retreating momentum, like if you just drive it forward, you may not even get the trip.
Yeah.
The Kazushi is going to be the throw, just turning them a little bit, accelerating the retreat, might just put them on their butt.
You see Ashlyn's corner there with the fan in front of her. So let me ask you, both of you, you've worn so much armor before, how hot does it get inside of that?
Terribly. Sweltering.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, how do I stay colder? I'm like, you don't.
Yeah, you
just deal with it.
Yeah.
Final round. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And make some noise for this final round.
Purée calls for the start of the third and final round. Lady Ashlyn Pfau, Chelsea O'Donnell. Hard shield punch. And they're going at it a little bit more aggressive in this third round, just like you were saying, Paul.
Yep. It's a good opportunity again for Ashlyn to step across and one, to get off the wall, and two, maybe get a throw.
Yeah. The only problem with trying to get a throw out of this position, if you step a little too far, they're going to use the fence to keep themselves up and stabilize.
We saw that in several fights, man. Yeah, right? Overreaching.
Oh, there's head control.
Now you see she's going to try and get the leg. One of these fighters is going down.
Right in the armpit. Unarmored armpit punches never hurt nobody. Actually, they really do hurt.
Yeah, they hurt a lot.
Chelsea's at risk right now of sitting back a little bit too far and just naturally gravity pulling her down.
Yeah, right.
Final 10 seconds. Let's see where this one ends.
Good job mauling at each other.
Yeah, this won't go to the ground, but they're going to keep.
They're going to keep getting it. They're going to keep getting it.
And stop fight, fighters to your corner.
Pfau putting good defense together there in that last couple of seconds, making sure that none of those blows counted at all. And Chelsea definitely bringing the pressure and maintaining the pressure in those last 10 seconds is actually pretty key for the judges seeing that stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the last 15 seconds you see of a round kind of is what the judges are really thinking about.
It sets an impression, but Ashlyn came out with a great half Milanese leg strike to a shield punch.
Yep.
And kind of set the tone for the round, honestly. Would have loved to see this connected.
Right.
But Ashlyn wasn't actually bending Chelsea in any direction, really.
Yeah.
Chelsea had good forward head momentum, so.
This was tough to score.
After 3 rounds, your winner is Ashlyn.
And Ashlyn Pfau is the winner. She picks up right where she left off 9 months ago when she won over Allison Miller. She gets another W now, this time against her own teammate, Chelsea O'Donnell. This one was very tough to score, though. Let's find out what she thinks about it directly from Mickey.
One more time for Ashlyn Pfau, everybody. Now, we were talking, you guys train together, you fight together. Like, how do you make the adjustments to fight somebody who knows everything about you? Like, what was going through your head when you were coming to this fight?
Well, I mean, I knew a little bit about her, and she knew a little bit about me. And so coming into it, I was kind of just wanting to test things that I've been working on and just work with her on things. And even though she's my teammate, I wanted us to both have a really good fight and push ourselves. So.
Absolutely, and you did. Like, and I'm used to seeing you doing your grappling. You're a practitioner of BJJ, right? Awesome takedowns, right? She was shutting you down the whole time, so it turned into a boxing match. Were you ready for that? Were you ready to go throw some hands?
Yeah, I kind of was anticipating that because people do know me as a grappler. And so they either heavily grapple with me or they try to avoid grappling at all costs. So I kind of have a 50-50 flip of a coin to see what's going to happen when I fight someone.
You did an awesome job. It's your first fight back this year, right? Looking to do some more armored MMA. Anybody you want to be fighting here in the future?
I don't know, whoever I get the opportunity, because you always learn something from every fight that you take. So I just want to get out there and fight when I can.
Anything else you want to say to your fans, friends, or anybody?
Thank you for the support. You guys mean everything to me. And I hope you have a good night watching these next fights.
And one more time for Ashlyn. Awesome work.
Big ups to Ashlyn Pfau, who continues her success in armored MMA with a victory tonight here in Pittsburgh. She has a very bright future in this sport.
Fighter number 1, from Queensland, Australia, it's Ellis Williams.
I like the sound of like, exotic coming from the country. It's like, Australia.
The man from down under, Ellis Williams. The last time he was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, he took home a victory against Nathan Kitchen, who is one of the most tough competitors on the entire roster.
Yeah, Ellis is my teammate, man. And we went to Worlds together. He's a great one-on-one fighter, great melee fighter, comes from the school of Colton over in Australia. So he's got chops, man, and he missed his opportunity for the crown this year.
Right.
2025. We'll see if he chases it down again this year.
Yeah.
Fighter number 2, Springfield, Ohio, it's Ian Hartsough.
On the other side of the cage is the Ironheart, Ian Hartsough. His last AMA victory was in Pittsburgh, in fact, against Kyle Wychuyse, who we saw win earlier tonight. Interestingly enough, Ellis has trained Ian.
Yeah.
So we're going to see another set of that similar knowledge and experience base going head to head. And we will see how that unfolds here tonight.
Yeah, a little bit of a weight difference, but again, the amount of experience Ellis has in the ring, you can't trade that in for nothing.
Fighters to the center of the ring. To reintroduce the fighters, wearing the black-red Kinyas tabard from Australia, it's Ellis Williams. And their opponent wearing the red and blue Cincinnati Barbarian tabard from Ohio, it's Ian Hartsough. Fighters have agreed to 3 1-minute rounds. If you're taken to the ground, you'll be stood up after 10 seconds. No illegal strikes. Defend yourselves at all times and obey the referee at all times. Fighters, do you agree to these terms? Then touch tips and back to the corner.
So this will be our first time seeing mixed weaponry inside of the cage. That's an entirely different
The
dynamic.
axe does bring a different avenue.
Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And who's ready for some more action? Then start fight.
All right, we are underway. Ellis Williams, Ian Hartsough.
Good stiff arm there. Oh, that was good.
He got caught in that Taitoshi.
Yeah.
And you see they're trying to
beautiful.
Williams is going to bring him down.
Hold on to that leg for all he can. Get on up.
Hartsough gets up very quickly,
With
though.
a hold on the leg still.
Oh, beautiful step across from Ian, though. That would have been good if the cage wall wasn't there.
That tricky little thing known as the cage wall.
Yeah, right.
And now they'll get back to exchanging punches. Good sweep, and pushes him down. Responding while on the ground, though, is Ian. And can he flip over his opponent? He's going to try to.
He just took the knee and put it on his belly.
I mean, they're raining down shots on you. You got to close the distance.
Yeah, right. You got to get somewhere with it.
10 seconds remaining, fighters.
Back to their feet. Final seconds of the first round. Oh, a nice high kick. And Williams able to... No. Before the round can finish, or the round finishes before he can take him down.
Hartsough is getting put into positions where he can just get taken right over that hip.
That was a lot of cardio in that first round.
Oh yeah, but I mean, both of them, they got 3 rounds just like that the whole time, I bet you.
Right.
I mean, Ian's doing a good job stepping across, but when he steps, he's unpinning Ellis's hips.
Yeah.
And Ellis is just stepping across with that Haragoshi and flipping him over. Like, it's a great clinic right now of judo, right?
So let's talk a little bit more about this mixed weapons matchup. How do you prepare when you know your opponent's not going to have the same weapon as you?
I mean, at this point in time, like, the axe is not going to have the range that the arming sword is. Like, points aren't going to be nearly as much of a big deal. Ellis is ready for this grappling. He's throwing judo all around. That's the big thing about this axe is you're able to grapple a little bit easier than the small handle of the arming sword that you have. Right now, we're showing 56 for Ellis, and Ian's got 44% of the popular vote on the app. Go ahead and give that a download. But realistically, this mixed weapon form, you're not getting big blows out of this axe. Like, most of us use big axes to fight in melees because we want to put people down with pain compliance. You're not getting this in this one-on-one fight so much.
No, really, I mean, coming out with a one-handed axe means you're going to have to be in range the entire time. You're going to have to stay active the entire time. Sword gives you a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah.
3 feet of breathing room.
It gives you a little bit more combination, too. You can gain a little bit more points on that. I mean, Ellis is taking advantage of every clinch that they have and throwing a couple of chops in there with the arming sword.
Yeah, but he's not afraid to, just close distance.
Yeah, right. He's here for it.
It actually makes the guy with the axe have to close distance faster.
He does.
So Ellis is prepared for that.
Yep.
Round number 2.
I'm also noticing Hartsough gripping the axe from the center, which is shortening the range even more.
Grabbing in the middle of the axe is more of a security thing to keep it in your hand.
And start fight.
Oh, you see that?
Also, difference in size, shield sizes as well. That buckler's not going to protect nearly as much. There's a big hit.
Oh.
If he had stepped in and gave him the shield, he could have gotten him over with that.
That's true. That buckle does make grappling easier, but if you know how to use a punch shield, like Ellis does right now.
Ellis is throwing that big old punch to the face.
Yep, step across.
Ellis trying to get that takedown. Not yet.
30 seconds.
And that shield kind of got caught in the shoulder pad.
Ellis also knows that he's giving up 23 pounds, and he knows that most of that weight is actually in the upper body on most dudes. So he's taking advantage of like getting these judo throws and really squaring up right into the list with it.
He'd have a little better luck
10 seconds.
Action right in front of
added
us.
a little like an Uchimata into like a Taitoshi.
He
But
tried.
yeah.
And we'll punch it out.
Stop fight.
And the round comes to a close.
Hartsough is giving up head control. He's letting Ellis get that shield arm around him and get it on top of, like right on the back of his head, right on the back of his neck. And he's getting ripped and roared around. He's giving up that head control. He really needs to get his other hand underneath that elbow and pop it out, because he can turn Ellis at that point in time and get back and then throw to a hip easy.
Absolutely, and they see that shield goes all the way over the shoulder.
All the way over.
Yeah, that's White Company style grappling right there. They like long shields because they can leverage them.
Well, I will say that you will also notice that this shield, where his hand is, it's got 8 inches, 6 inches of room to the front of the shield, so he can get further pressure that way. His hand's actually at the back of his neck, shield's all the way across the other side of his helmet.
I think that's my personal shield. I don't know how he got it.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
But he's doing good work with it. So
Mickey, to
it's a
that
shield.
point, being on Team Kinyas together, you know Ellis's game very well. If you were Ian Hartsough in this third and final round, how are you changing your strategy given what you've seen from Ellis?
getting offline. That's the biggest thing that Ian's not doing. He's going straight ahead and he's getting caught. Like on the entry, and he continues pressing straight ahead. You're gonna have to cut 45, cut 45, cut 45 until you are on one side of Ellis instead of being in the center. Because then Ellis is deciding, you're going left or you're going right. You can't let Ellis decide where you're gonna move. That's the biggest thing with Ellis. Don't let him make you go somewhere you don't want to go.
Ellis is also lighter on his feet. Hartsough is bringing it straight lines and heavy. Ellis is able to outstep him a little bit, and he's really Hartsough is tuckered out right now, and he really needs to quit trying to muscle him and trying to like actually move with him a little bit.
Final round. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And make some noise for the final round! Then start fight.
Third round underway, an immediate charging attack from Ellis Williams. Some sword strikes, but countered and blocked by Hartsough. Now he'll wrap the shield around the back of the head.
Good.
He might have over-rotated too much. Hartsough had an opportunity there, just didn't have the leverage.
But he's got it right. Good on Hartsough.
Yeah, almost took his head off with that one. And there you see these last 2 rounds, Ellis has been able to use that front
30
kick
seconds, fighter.
effectively. Nice punches from
Ellis is
Williams.
bringing this really big, explosive movement. He started the round out like it. It's kind of like the metal meat monster that is Melee Moses out of Australia.
Absolutely,
And that's who trained him. I mean, pound for pound, it's one of the better guys I know.
Oh, absolutely.
I love him.
10 seconds, fighters.
Yep. Yeah, we can see it.
I think Ian is just out of gas here.
Get your hands up.
And this is
Ian.
a
Get
finish
your
him
hands up.
moment if you're Ellis
Just come
Williams.
on.
And stop fighting.
And I believe he surrendered himself.
Dear orders, we're going to the judges get you a winner.
Did he surrender himself, or did he go, is that all you got?
What do we think, Mickey? Did he surrender
We're
himself?
gonna have to actually go to the judges because like I was calling out stop right when he started waving it off. So
Oh.
Yeah.
You called stop fight, and then he just kind of went like this. Why is he?
I couldn't tell what happened first.
I couldn't either. That's the thing is I was calling it and he started waving it off, but
This reversal kind of control pickup here is perfect. I'm really glad that Hartsough was able to get himself out of that.
Yeah, made a great adjustment right there. Like,
yeah, right.
Kind of just threw Ellis past the throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I just don't think he had the foot positioning to be able to turn it into a full takedown.
No, he couldn't do that. But and this is where at the end here he kind of slumped.
Yeah,
and he got hit. He still defended himself technically.
Yeah.
So we're not calling it until.
And that's where
I don't know if he was just egging him on or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like, is that all you got? Like, I don't care.
After 3 rounds, your winner is Ellis Williams.
And in fact, it is the man from down under out of Queensland, Australia, Ellis Williams, who picks up the win. Congratulations, Ellis Williams. Let's send it up to Mickey in the cage to hear more.
One more time for Ellis from the Down Under, Williams. Now, fair warning, he has a speech impediment. That's an Australian joke. All right, I'm done. That's all I got, buddy. Ellis, awesome job. Killer clinic. You were throwing a lot of Tai Toshi's rotational hip tosses. Like, did you feel that he was giving you a lot of pressure that you could just rock those out? You pulled off several of them.
Ian's a scrappy little fella. I've been teaching him quite a while. He's an amazing fighter. He's been learning great things. He was pushing a bit too hard, so I thought I could get that. I was trying to go for some Uchimatas there, but man, his balance is incredible, even though it might not have looked like it. He was so strong. Had me scrambling around like a spider up a drain pipe. It was very crazy.
Yeah, we saw him make that adjustment like second round, definitely in the third round, just sinking in and even throwing you past your own throws. Like, how was your adjustment though to that where you're like, hey, this grappling's not working, he's not giving me what I wanted. All of a sudden, I think you kind of shifted gears to something else. What was your plan after that?
Push off, try to strike from range, switch sides, try to go for the other leg, but he seemed to chase me and catch up to me every step that I was trying to keep up with him. So, man, great mental fortitude that game was.
Absolutely. And a round of applause for Ian too. He did an awesome job too. I love bringing him back. I want to bring him back more. But this is your first fight of the year, right? For us, you fought a lot for us last year. You and I went to Worlds and fought together on Team Kinyaz, right? We're representing USA across the pond. What do you want out of 2026, man?
I want to rematch with some of the matches that I lost there, fight again some of the ones I won. There's too many great fighters in this weight category in here. I especially want to probably have a little spar session with one of the fighters coming up, Gabriel Hutchings. You'll all see how good he is as well. Yeah, but definitely aiming for that crown as well as everybody else.
Anything else for your fans, friends, all that jazz? Anything?
Just want to do another shout out to my team back in Australia, Tears Warriors. Hopefully I get to rep some of their colors soon and bring some of my folk across the pond soon and show you Americans what the Australians are like.
I think he showed us tonight. Round of applause for Ellis, the Australian.
Ellis Williams picks up his third victory in AMMA. Big congrats to him. That's a big step forward here in his AMMA career, picking up the victory. The mentor beating the mentee.
Fighter number 1 from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's Christopher Sanner.
The Pittsburgh native. You want to talk about hardware? Christopher Sanner is the 2025 IMCF Super Heavy Pro Fight Gold Medalist, the 2025 Carnage Silver Pro Fight Medalist, the Carnage Sword and Shield Bronze Medalist, the 2025 Cincinnati Siege Speed and Shield Gold Medalist, as well as the Cincinnati Siege 2025 Silver Pro Fight Medalist. This guy can ball.
Absolutely. When I first crossed swords with him, it was like at the Arnold or something a long time ago. And he came out with the center grip shield for dueling. I was like, this is new to me.
This is weird.
Yeah, he handled it really well. And he's strong as an ox. One of the strongest guys, and he has a great left hook.
Fighter number 2, from Cincinnati, Ohio, it's Gabriel Hutchings.
I love Pittsburgh. Yins are correct.
Blowing kisses to the crowd, cheering him on, cheering him with a J, is Gabriel. Yes, I'm saying this right. Gabriel, nickname redacted. Hutchings.
What a nickname. He's a goofball, dude. When he wins, he has a little victory at the end. So we might see it if he takes away the victory tonight.
Yeah,
so.
This is an old tavern. Look at this tavern. That seems hard.
Oh, gee. He's in for something here. But he will still give some love to his opponent. Xander at 45 years old, Hutchings at 28 years old. This should be a good fight. Let's get the introductions.
Fighters to the center of the ring. To reintroduce the fighters, wearing the gray tabard, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, it's Chris Sanders. And his opponent, wearing the red and blue tabard, from Ohio, it's Gabriel Hutchings.
Very solid cheer.
The fighters have agreed to 3 1-minute rounds. If you're taking you to the ground, you'll be stood after 10 seconds. No illegal strikes, defend yourselves at all times, and obey the referee at all times. Fighters, do you agree with these terms? Then touch tips and back to your corners.
But you know, if they're going to boo you, you might as well lean into it.
Yeah, you might as well.
Round number 1. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And who's ready to kick off this fight? Then start fight.
All right.
What? Playing games.
Mind games out of Hutchings to start off.
That is the fun thing about Hutchings here. He does not care. He's going to have the most fun out of anybody out there.
Well, with a nickname like nickname redacted.
Yeah.
Yeah. It almost makes him like lighter on his feet. Like he just is having fun, and he seems to flow really, really well.
Keeping the fun and keeping light on your feet so you don't get stuck in a plod is pretty good for you. They're trading back and forth, they're chopping at each other, throwing some stiff arms.
He's going to want to grapple, though. I know he does.
Yeah,
like
he wants to. Not always a good plan with Sander. Sander is strong enough, and he will throw the counter foot in there.
They tie up near the cage wall. Final seconds. Scores a kick.
And stop fight. Fighters to your corners. You get the rest of it up for the next round.
2 warriors entwined.
They were looking good, honestly.
Yeah, right.
The problem I see, and this is like the difference between a high-level professional fighter and our exhibition fighters, right? Just the small detail. They're standing in each other's range the entire time, not exiting just enough to be at range. They just stand there. They're going to get hit, or they can't focus on their entries, right?
Yeah.
It's just you're banging the whole time, and that's. I'd like to see them adjust to that, especially in this next round.
Yeah.
Focus on the entries.
Throwing a lot of kicks, throwing a lot of knees into each other. They're in that clinch. They're not really pulling out of it all that much. Christopher Sander also a favorite on the app, 59% versus Gabriel at 41%. Give it a download. It's never going to hurt you.
Yeah, it's just in one more app, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But you get to win prizes if you guess right. But
30 seconds first.
Really, I mean, the adjustments, they were just feeling each other out, honestly.
Yeah, right.
Gabe didn't get smoked by that shield punch, which is usually devastating from Sander. And Sander didn't get taken down by Gabriel, right?
Yeah.
They offset each other's, but the next round, though, that's when you get a little more tired and you can start breaking through people's game plans.
10 seconds, guys. Lock and load, let's go.
So as we enter the second round, we'll see if we didn't see any takedowns in that first round. Both these are big guys, though. And I think we saw a lot of close quarters combat.
Round number 2. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And who's ready for the second round? Then start fight.
Very clearly touching tips. They don't have to. after we tell them to do it the first time.
Yeah.
A lot of respect these guys have for one another, though. Feel out process here as they match each other blow for blow.
Trying to time it out so they can get good pressure and they can apply it at the right time. He's working to that hip control. He's working to put pressure on it.
He got
reversed on that.
He had center all the way off the ground.
Big
Big spin.
And he pins the knee to get some more strikes. I don't know how many of those will count.
Yeah, those little shield bashes to the face may not be, hitting home enough.
Sander doing a good job keeping that shield down on his legs so the sword is not throwing nearly as much.
Yep.
But
And I think what I would have done if I was Hutchings in that moment was use the right hand attack to just get one very clean shield punch to the head instead of those small little taps.
And stop guard, fighters to your corners. Because you rested them up there.
Because when it is those little taps, it's not scoring points, and you're almost better off. Because every time he did a sword punch near the lower body, Sander is having to block that.
Yeah.
And so if you can distract that attention for a moment, then you've got an opportunity to just land one or two clean shield punches.
We're
up
gonna
top.
watch the interaction here on the replay. Like they're going back and forth. They're trying to figure it out. Gabriel is pushing to it. He almost reverses it, and then he's able to put his weight all the way around and roll right over his head.
So you watch this now. So you have that. So right hand, and then come clean, really clean with the left side instead of just like the little tap.
So Sander also has his right sword arm into the crotch of Gabriel to try and keep him from getting all the way into that control. A big shield punch, he has to actually wind back and not have any pressure near him. He might be able to get in the way of it a little bit quicker kind of thing. I will say when you get the helmet on the mat and then you just drop a big bomb, it's anviled. It doesn't, there's no give. You just feel all of it.
Lock and load, let's go.
Sander coming off an exhibition win, his last time fighting in AMMA. Hutchings also coming off of a victory, so both fighters riding momentum coming into this one. And we'll see where this one ends up.
Final round. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And make some noise if you're alive out there, Pittsburgh! And start fight.
Final round. For the first time, Gabe's kind of giving heel a bit,
Yeah. Point of note, Gabriel is wearing big melee mittens. They're heavier.
Yeah.
That will slow down your hand speed a little bit. Sander's got a little bit more of a lighter setup of gear. And he does a lot of pro fights. He does a lot of fights like this. So he's coming with a little bit more knowledge there.
Oh, absolutely. Gabe prefers a two-handed axe, too.
Yeah, completely get it. Good blows. Not enough defense on it. It's okay.
Yep. They're running out of time, though.
Yeah.
I think you might hear this audience ask them to drop their weapons and just go for it. All out brawl. I don't think they've gotten what they wanted out of this one just yet.
Yeah, Sander's got to push him against that wall. He's got it open right now.
10 seconds, fighters, let's go!
10 seconds, they know it. It's time to put some heat in.
A little bit more action
Sander's
here.
going to keep chopping them.
But they keep matching each other, and that was a nice head punch.
And stop fight, fighters to your corners.
To be very true, in that last 20 seconds, they weren't really trading back and forth. Sander was kind of hitting Gabriel at will to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Gabriel wasn't getting his defense up. Sander had his shield up for most of those chops that Gabriel was landing. So that was a fair degree of points that Sander picked up in that room, in that couple of seconds there, and how they finished it out. And he stiff-armed him right back into the rail a couple
Absolutely,
of times.
Like Sander played his game at the end.
Yeah, he did.
And that's. But he had to survive Gabriel's.
Yeah.
Because Gabe was like, I'm going to take you down, I'm going to take you down, I'm going to take you down. And only that one, and I don't think Gabe got a lot of points from that either. So,
I mean, the takedown was big. It was what? That's like one or two of that's the only takedown of the match.
Yeah, the only one, It's racked up a lot of points. I'm just not sure if that's enough or if Chris I don't know. We're waiting on the judges. They're really deliberating over there right now.
A lot of gray hair in that beard. There's a lot of treachery and treachery right there, Bubba.
Wait, drinking chocolate milk? Is that what that is?
Yes.
Yeah. It's kind of Gabe's like after.
It's the best recovery drink. Chocolate milk is one of the best recovery drinks. It'll kill you. The ref's in on it too.
Fighters to the center of the ring. After 3 rounds, your winner is
Chris Sanner will take home the victory in a hard-fought contest.
There's a lot of unanswered blows from Sanner throughout most of that. There was a lot of sword chop and a lot of shield stiff arms, just keeping it up and keeping up pace with the chops. Gabriel put out a good showing, throwing a lot of like heavy heat and trying to get the grapple in there. He got that takedown, but sometimes you can't overwhelm the avalanche of strikes.
One more time for your hometown hero, Chris Sanner. How does it feel to win in Pittsburgh, my man?
Man, this is so awesome. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. There's so many familiar faces here. You guys are beautiful. I love you. Thank you.
I mean, we're so thankful to be here in Pittsburgh. I'm super thankful that you took the time to take this fight. You and I talked last year, like if it's happening, if we're coming back to Pittsburgh, he wanted to be here to fight for you guys. So, round of applause for that.
This is my town, of course.
So Gabriel, right? He's a handful, and he had his plan to take you to the ground the whole time. You stuffed it the whole time, and then it became your game. But how did you think that through? How did you feel like you could survive that?
So I knew he was going to charge at me. There was like no surprises. He caught me up against the cage. He had, I think it felt like an Asoto. I'm not sure what it was, but we tussled there for a second. He got his leg behind mine, took me down. Good on him. That was a nice move. He racked up a lot of points doing that. He did real well for himself. They make a joke about Jay Bishop and Gabriel Hutchings, but Gabriel Hutchings, man, is a dog. He is a great fighter. Everybody, please give him a hand for coming out and fighting me from Ohio.
Yeah. He's an awesome fighter. We're always happy to have him here, and always happy to have you here, man. What's next for MMA kind of fighting for you, man?
We'll have to see what happens, man. You know, we talk on Messenger, so we'll figure it out.
Should I keep bringing him back to fight? I mean, he's kicking butt, right?
Chris Sanner! So the Sanner family will go home tonight. One side of the bed will be a win, one side of the bed comes home with a loss. But when one part of a couple wins, you both win, right?
Fighter number 1, from Buffalo, New York, it's Will Hartke.
Will Hartke steps into the main event in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania as the 2025 Boohurt International North American Long Sword Champion. He has fought 2 years in armored fighting.
Yeah, we're seeing these people with like a lot less experience coming in and just kicking butt. He took me on last year, like pretty early on too, and I was like, man, like I'm gonna keep giving you fights because you need them. You're gonna go.
He's here to bring it, man.
Yeah,
He's got a much smaller sword than normal.
Fighter number 2, from Cincinnati, Ohio, it's Daniel Eddy.
On the other side, Daniel Eddy just won silver in Tier 3 for Carnage Melees. He also coming off a victory in his last AMMA fight here in his return to Pittsburgh. His style blends wrestling, Song Sudo, BJJ, Judo, and Boohurt. He also has combat sports experience. That is quite the blend. What can you tell us about Tong Sudo?
I can't. Actually,
I got nothing on it.
I'll throw it back to you, Ron.
Both have the same amount of experience. They're both the same size. It's one guy's only giving up 10 pounds. This is actually a pretty even-killed fight across the board on it.
Fighters to the center of the ring. To fighters wearing the blue and gray brigandine. From New York, it's Will Hartke. And their opponent wearing the red and yellow tabard. From Ohio, it's Daniel Eddy. The fighters have agreed to 3 1-minute rounds. If you're taken to the ground and you stood up there 10 seconds. No illegal strikes, defend yourselves at all times, and obey the referee at all times. Fighters, do you agree to these terms? Then touch tips and back to your corners. Round number 1. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And who is ready for the final matchup out there? Then start fight.
All right, main
Really
event,
quick.
they charge
Oh,
each other.
God.
Right out of the gate with a takedown. Huge start to this one.
Boom.
Stop fight.
And immediately,
Lost gauntlet.
he lost his gauntlet.
Lost his shield.
That is how you show up in a main event. Daniel Eddy.
Yeah, you're both wearing armor. Neither one of you are going to die from it. It's going to be great.
All right. Fans chanting fight here throughout the Sunny Days Arena.
Big kick.
Yeah, and those kicks are something that Hartke said he wanted to bring into this one. Use the foot game, even though he has that long sword experience.
Oh, nice
Yep.
leg kick. Damaging.
And he's really using the lower body.
30 seconds.
Oh, there's that good punching shield.
Yep. And now you see the sword
Throwing some
play
chops. Throwing some
come in.
chops.
Oh, spinning heel kick.
Yeah, just flowed right through it. Didn't connect it super hard, but enough to keep.
And a return.
Yeah.
10 seconds, fighters.
In respect to the past Chuck Norris, some roundhouse
Yeah,
kicks being
that's right.
thrown.
Rest in peace.
He's never in peace. He's at war.
And stop fight.
All right, that's the end of the first round.
Get back to rest. Sit back for the second round.
Pretty explosive start to that round. Really see that big run in and throw.
If for whatever reason you were getting a little bit tired as the night came to a close, this start brought a jolt of life into your entire body and being.
Yeah, I guess Ricky probably should have reset them because he did lose his gauntlet. He probably should have reset them on the ground, actually.
Yeah.
But it could have been just so confusing.
I mean, that is just two trains meeting each other.
Yeah.
Like, Will did not expect Danny to come at him like that. Not at all.
30 seconds.
Daniel got like 3/4 of the ring before Will went, hey, I got to do this. Lots of kicks, lots of sweeps that he's trying for. Some good sword work also mixed in. I think that Hartke needs to throw a little bit more of that shield in to keep Daniel at a little bit of bay. We got 44% for Will. We got 56% for Daniel on the app. Go look at that.
Yeah. I think what's even more impressive about that charging start is right now Daniel Eddy is fighting with a broken toe that he suffered during judo practice a month ago.
Good.
That's just a toe.
Yeah. So once it's injured, you could just use it as a weapon because it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, right, it doesn't matter.
When I hurt my knee, I was just like, I'm gonna trip people over that.
Yeah.
It's dead to me.
I will tell you, a broken pinky toe actually messes with your walking a lot more than
Yeah.
you would think. You need that pinky toe. Don't lose it.
Fighters, lock and load and let's go.
Not a huge difference in like the styles with that buckler and that shield and that punching shield.
Round number 2. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And who's ready to see another round? And start fight.
Sunny Days Arena is rocking right now.
A little bit more measured, throwing a couple of strikes. Yeah, big kicks.
Fighters sniffing out each other's moves very well. You see
Nice sword blocking.
matching the
actually,
sword
yeah.
strikes with each other.
But right now is a
much
good chance to
technique.
get him against that cage. He's allowing Hartkick to escape. Like right now. Pressure, yeah.
Right now.
He applies the pressure, but Hartke able to return it. And a takedown, no, instead it's a charge against the cage wall.
Good recovery.
He's got that sword hand trapped really well.
Yeah.
So all he's got to do is kind of work right here, but knowing Daniel, they're going to try to go to the ground.
Yeah.
10 seconds, fighters.
Final seconds here,
He's
the
got
second
an
round.
underhook.
Can he bring him down before the round comes to a close?
Nope.
They break. And that'll take us to the end
And stop fight.
of the second round.
We'll give the rest of them for the final round.
This place the lid is ready to blow on this place. I think we're going to see some
What if we
sparks
mess
here
with
in
them
the
and
third
tell them they're
round.
going to fight 2 minutes in the third round?
Yeah, back in the day, we did 2-minute rounds for amateurs. Like, they weren't ready for pros.
Yeah.
But if they were tied 1 round apiece, we made them do a third round, 1 minute long.
Yeah.
And everybody hated me for it.
Really?
They're like, no, don't do it. Because they'd look at me and I'd be talking to the judges and they're like, I'm going to have to fight. And I'm like, helmet's back on, boys. But, oh, man.
Really
he rammed
good
his head in
recovery
it,
right into the fence. Like, Daniel was trying to take advantage of that forward walking. He's like, if I can walk him another time, I can throw a leg in front of him. Williams like, no, I'm not going to let that happen. You can feel it once you have head control and you're bent over that far. This plodding walk that you have,
Let's go.
the slower you are, the easier it is to throw you. So he sped up, he drove him to the fence so he wouldn't allow it to happen. It was very good fight knowledge right there.
Final round. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? In Pittsburgh for the last time, are you ready? Then start fight.
All right, third round. Hartke feigns the charge. This time, or excuse me, Eddy feigns the charge. This time, Hartke was ready for it.
Yeah, I feel like they think it's closer than it might be, but I wouldn't be surprised if the next 30 seconds is going to be a lot more in each other's faces.
Ooh, he almost caught
his foot there. It kind of got caught in like the semi-bowl shape of the shield there.
Yeah, you could use those punch shields to scoop a kick real easily.
They're going to drop their weapons and brawl. Here we go. Sunny Days Arena is on their feet. These fans love it. It's an all-out dirty boxing brawl here.
They've got 15 more seconds of the most violence they can get.
Unfortunately, our referee, Ricky Red Panda, has to follow the rules and not just go off of what the
ref's got to be
wants.
worried about getting to the car, I guess.
They honestly may just do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again. 10 seconds.
Final seconds here.
10 seconds, fighters, let's go!
They're in close quarters. Can one fighter bring the other one down?
Eddy's trying to get that pressure. Oh,
He gets him to the cage, and that will come to a conclusion.
That's good. That looks good.
A main event that brought light up into the Sunny Days Arena.
Explosive. They had good violence. They had good technique. They really tried to put something together across the board with throws and touching. But I really appreciate this. So let's drop our swords and just club it out, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's a gentleman's agreement at that point, you know. And it's a different game, boxing it with the gauntlets on.
But this is what I love about AMMA. It is so much about the competition, but all the fighters recognize how much it's about the show, too.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, I know they were going to try to do more or whatever, but you got 1 minute. How are you going to fit everything in? Like, we got to get these guys pro fights so we can see them more, you know?
After 3 rounds, your winner is
Eddy brought this crowd to their feet, and he will raise his arms in celebration, as in fact the judges score him the most favorable fighter in this contest. He walks home the victor. Let's listen to what he has to say about it.
One more time for the highlight fight of the night, guys. Daniel Eddy, Will Hartke. Wow, you came out real hot.
Always do.
That's right. So, I mean, what is going through your head right before you bum rush somebody as hard as you can? Get some. So, last time we talked about cardio after your fight. Have you been putting in the work? How does your cardio feeling, my man?
Absolutely. So you gave me this workout regimen for cardio, doing soul crushers. And really, I feel like it stepped up my game. Still struggling, but that's because I'm redlining all the time. So overall, I feel like this has been my best showing yet, skill-wise, cardio-wise. So yeah.
Killer job, man. You made great adjustments. And again, dropping the swords at the end. They're only allowed to fight without their swords for 10 seconds. Yeah, it's a 10-second rule, and they have to pick them back up.
Mickey's got to worry about getting back to the car safe.
But when you're about to punch somebody in the face, is that the best feeling in the world?
No, hit him with two-handed axes is. Hitting him with two-handed axes is the best feeling in the world.
So that's got me thinking. Everybody's been kind of calling me out tonight. Do you want to do a two-handed axe against me sometime, my man?
No, I want to fight Gabe Hutchings. Yes, I want to fight Gabe Hutchings because he thinks he's hot stuff. I'm going to get him.
Anything else you want to say to your fans, friends, anybody, man?
I just want to thank my wife for the support that she's given me to be able to come here. I want to thank Cincinnati Barbarians for the team that I have that has helped me train to get here. My judo instructor, Steve. I've really been trying to step up my whole game on all levels, and I feel like I have.
You did a great job, man. So thank you so much again. One more time for Daniel Eddy, everybody.
And once again, Daniel Eddy, the victor in our main event. Big congratulations to him. We had such a wonderful time here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as the AMMA 26 National Tour rolls on. We had a great time here. We thank you for joining us at AMMA in Pittsburgh, PA. For all of us on the AMMA team, including Mickey Gallus, Paul, the Barbarian Friedel, we thank you for joining us. We hope to have you back with us. My name is Raj Nation. We will see you next time. It's Armored MMA. Thank you and good night.